message he received. And on the text message Jojo received, it have a phone number. The phone number is registered to Colombia. It's a Colombia phone number. And I called the number. I will get to it later.
Phone number of which country?
Colombia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Colombia. And that's exactly where I want us to just take it easy. The Colombia code is +57, then you find the 311 and going down. But there's a reason I'm not going to share that because Ronnie has it. I caught it, and Ronnie said try calling it himself. I will call it on the show, and you guys will listen to what the feedback will. I will call it pretty soon. I'm going to put Jojo message up that he received from those individual folks. The message that he received from them is very important, similar message to what they were reading on in the video. But intentionally, the group that put the message up, Send Us Snow, refused to put up Jojo's message that he sent to them. And there you go. Here's the message. This is the message that was sent to Jojo. And in the green that Jojo replied. That's Jojo reply. So the same group that send the video, send this message to Jojo. Jojo, your end will soon come. If you don't hand over our goods back, you stole with your board of NDLEA. I don't know what's that. After all we did for you and your father, how we have treated you like family. And now you decide to strike us. We have seen your real face now. You have already turned your signal phone off where we had contact on. This is our last attempt to let Eseki also give us our $2 million back to PANA, P-A-N-A, I don't know what's that. I will release them what you promised. If not, we're going to hunt you down. What is in the green is Jojo's reply. Whoever you are an idiot. You need to learn to write better English before you start playing your funny games. You all will never draw me into your nonsense. That's Jojo's reply. The number that is on the phone, let me call the number while we are live today. And so, guys, bear with us. It's very important for us to do this. What's my other phone? I'm going to call the number while we are live. Run this here. Hold on 1 minute. All right. So this is the number when they will be speaking Spanish to me.
Welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. At 5 o'clock, we have with us a scientific practitioner, Mohammed Kone, will talk about brown tap and all those other things. But between now and 5 o'clock, all of the big news in town, former VP Taylor, police writing Amara Corner. The whole drug thing will be on the cards. A whole lot to run through. My name is Julius J. We'll speak with reporters. We'll have Alfred Johnson. We'll speak with whosoever wants to speak on the matter. Very big day here in Liberia. So stick and stay. It promises to be quite interesting. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Share the video, invite others to join in. A whole lot happening right now. So yeah, that's how we're doing it right here. Okay. What's making news? Trust me, you're going to get everything right here. Senegal's parliament has approved a law requiring the president, prime minister, and speaker of parliament to publicly declare their assets when entering and leaving office. The parliament of Senegal have done what? Approved a law requiring the president, the prime minister, and the speaker of parliament to do what? Publicly declare their assets. This one is not go to LACC or go to an anti-graft body and declare publicly. I am Mr. President. As I'm entering this office here, I have one house in Maryland County, so amount. I have another house in Monrovia with this. I have 50,000 US dollars in my account. I have 500,000 LD in my accounts all put together. Publicly, I have 5 cows. Declare. So imagine if the president, the prime minister, and the speaker of parliament, if they publicly declare their assets, everything they have, while entering office and while leaving office, if they can publicly do it, then who else will not do it? The measure, backed by 133 of 165 lawmakers, is aimed at strengthening transparency and fighting corruption. But the vote comes amid growing tensions between President Bassirou Diomaye Faye and his former Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko, now Speaker of Parliament. Some lawmakers fear the law could be used politically against Faye. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on Southern African countries to work together to tackle illegal migration. This follows weeks of anti-migrant protests and violence in South Africa. Ramaphosa made the appeal at a summit of the Southern African Development Community SADC, a 16-member regional bloc. More than 176,000 foreign nationals have reportedly left South Africa in recent weeks, while at least 4 migrants have been killed in clashes. Ramaphosa also expressed regret over the mistreatment of migrants and called for an Africa-wide discussion on migration. And 6 tourists and a pilot have been killed after a helicopter crashed at Mount Ololokwe in central Kenya, accident officials have told the BBC. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Department said the nationalities of the pilot and the passengers were yet to be confirmed. The Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, that's KCAA, said the accident happened in Samburu County at approximately 9:13 local time. That's 6:13 GMT. Like we said, share the video, invite others to join in. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from. Let's acknowledge a few of you. Tell us where you're watching from, where you're following from. Michael Boyu is following from Kampala, Uganda. Cooper passed away from his office. M. Benito Manoba, Wanwusu Junction. That's where? Brother here. Bumbo Momotuma from Koba City, Kolahun. Kolahun, Lofa County. EW Junction, Painesville is G. Wilson Gabriel, Emmanuel Go at Monrovia, Cassava Hill. Maxwell T. Candyman from Bannersville Estate Last Bus Stop, Terry Henry, Broad Street. Patrick G. Caddy, Broadville. Gusson King Moses Gofa Jr. From Monrovia. Jacobtown Rehab Road is William W. Dubber. Aloysius Gapu MPA Headquarters. Simeon Zoe Jr. District 6. Roland Kofa UAE. John J. Gawe Morgan. Johnsonville Pipeline Road. Aloysius Port from Cestas. Salou Soiree. From Central Monrovia Ashmont Street. Maswell Goto. Doe Community, T. Dawkins Richards, Plymouth, Minnesota, USA. From Nimba County is Gula Jonathan Sr. You gotta do that. Numani Melvin Siafa from Vaughan City, Lofa County. Tommy S. Cooper, LPRC Bourgeois Island. Jacob Torres, Morris Moses Mongai. Abraham Wale. Chicken Soup Factory, Madison Cooper, Batala Bon County. From Pipeline Supermarket District 3, Monserrado County is Blama Taylor, Kenneth Mohammed. Around the world, James Sherman O Road, Philip Ta from Golo Mining Camp, Double Bridge, Grand Jeddah County. Setu B Jabo from Kagatown, Johnsonville. Bapolu County is Paul Yuogbo Moiwe. Ma Esterson SBRIA Road, Joe Masano, Vitown. Emmanuel Kpangbai, Bedia, Riverside County. Darius Greenfield, Political Corner. From Buffalo, New York, is Kato Dobayu. Naledia Toba from Totota, Bon County. From Grand Cape Mount, Siafa Sharif. We have people all over. Bill Baker Smith from Cardwell. From Johnsonville's Alex Maswell. Silicate Traore. Mosuman Donor Fendel. Cowell Sheikh Abdullah Mustafa Fambule. Harris P. Kpangbai Jr. 24th Street. From Congo Town is Chokomonde. Shotton MG Foley Hotel Africa. Lucas Modric Dickerson from District 15. Grand Crew County, Sateken Fokpo District is Emmanuel Myers Howbot. Benkes Kisie from Oro Kawash. Jala M. Kamara, Insa Vaitown. Salou Soiree. Jacob Kume, Harris City. Kawa, New Georgia. Roland A. B. Sambola. Noah A. Croman, Iron Factory, Ruben Khan, Garnersville. Sam Vavrinka, Washington. NTA, Kolahun, Lofa County is Morris Amma, Marcus Kekula, EW Junction. Ben Sauer says, what, from White House, Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. What are you doing at the White House? You go protest? Or what? From Sweden is Jigbe K. Wolo, Andrew Jigbe K. Wolo. Collie Cesar from Canada. From Topmanburg is Sifas Lahai. From Punjab, India is Jackson Zuo. Wow, it's not easy. There are so many. But trust me, we're here. Stick and stay. Let's take a very quick break with some of our sponsors. Here, when we come back, the issues that matter will be on the cards. We will speak with reporters. We will analyze the issues. It is a very hot, interesting day in Liberia. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow, you mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that will 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
From the heart of
Are you looking for quality and healthy beats for whatever occasion for reasonable price? Then worry no more. Brown Hop Liberia got you covered. At Brown Hop Liberia, we sell healthy, hygienically raised pig for only $350 Liberian dollars per pound. Our pigs are born and raised in Liberia according to high European standards of hygiene and care. You are welcome to visit our farm in Bombing County or come to UCI at Freeport to choose your pig, weigh it, pay, and take it home. For more information, inquiry, or reservation, contact Brown Hawk Liberia via WhatsApp on 0770-888-804 or call 0880-900-041. Brown Hawk Liberia, quality you see, cleanliness you can trust.
where we belong. Healthy pigs, quality you'll trust.
Your favorite RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas is new and improved with top-notch first-class services guaranteed to make you feel pampered and special as our royal guests. Ideally located on the RI Highway, a few minutes drive from the rehab junction, right in front of the Atlantic Ocean, you are assured of a peaceful, serene atmosphere of a home away from home. The ingredients for our Liberian meals are freshly picked from our garden to give you that unforgettable taste of Liberian cuisine. Our villas are designed and equipped to ensure every night spent with us is a memorable one. We are well positioned to host conferences and seminars of all sizes, as well as outdoor events like garden weddings and parties. Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770-533-415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
Welcome back. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Okay. We've been seeing verified videos, including even from supporters of the administration, about some deteriorating conditions of the Nimba to Granjada Road. One of such people is Bobby Bleo Addison. Two critical spots he highlighted in his video. He's an ardent. He supports the administration. So, we've seen different videos on different people for political reasons and all that. But coming from him verifies that Public Works is taking note. Also, there have been a whole lot of calls coming in from communities across Monserrado and Painesville and other areas about very bad community roads. We also hope the authorities are taking cognizance of those complaints that are coming in. The government of Liberia has announced that an arrangement with the government of the United States of America is entering into its implementation phase for the safe and timely transfer from the U.S. To Liberia of persons who will be removed from the United States. Deportees. They are not Liberians. They are other nationals. For whatever reason, the Trump administration is getting rid of them from the U.S. Liberia is one of the countries that have agreed together with other countries to host some of those people. So 1,200 of those people will be coming to Liberia. The arrangement is based on an exchange of notes between the two countries on September 4 and September 10, 2025. Liberia intends to accept up to 1,200 persons, people to be transferred from the U.S. within a year. So, yep, there are different discussions. Some people say, other countries, deportees, why are we taking them in? We don't know who these people are, what they are doing. Others say, well, Liberia is a land of refuge. We've hosted a whole lot of different people from different countries at different points in time. So we are a hospitable people. So those are the two different arguments that you will hear. Let's see if we can speak with Watson Riches, our reporter, to give us the latest So let's speak with Watson Riches. What is happening? What is happening at the LMP headquarters? What is happening at the courts? He is all over in that place. There is a high-profile case ongoing. There is also this one, as we also try to establish contact with our rule of law analyst as well. Welcome, Watson Riches. How is life treating you?
Good afternoon, Julius. It's good to be on your platform again this afternoon.
Where
Life is relatively fine.
Okay. Where particularly are you right now?
I'm currently posted at the Liberia National Police Headquarters.
Okay. Former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor was taken in. Do we know why? What are the details we can know?
So far, we don't have real detail yet, but then we were told that she was invited to, in connection with the ongoing drugs investigation that is currently ongoing. This morning, she was intercepted by the Liberia National Police and she was brought here. It has been almost 4 to 5 hours now since they took her in for questioning. She hasn't come out yet, and we have not gotten full detail of appearance today at the Liberia National Police Headquarters. But we are still here.
She was invited in as what? Person of interest, suspect?
Person of interest, not suspect. She was invited in as person of interest.
What does, giving a judicial understanding, what does person of interest mean?
Well, at times there's a person of interest. Maybe you might have information that will aid the investigation, or subsequently you might be turned into a suspect if the information you provided or you will provide that will give clue to the investigation. So normally when they invite you as person of interest, maybe they got tip off that you have certain information that might aid in the investigation or that might lead to other arrests. But in subsequent time, when they go while the questioning will be going on, you might change to some other. They might charge you to be a suspect, or they just let you go.
Yeah, hold on, Alfred. Yeah, so now we understand the LMP spokesman said they will have held a news conference this afternoon, right? Have they held the news conference yet or not?
Not yet. They have not held that news conference, and we are still here. We are still waiting. Just when he came out, he told us it is a whole day business. So we might be here up to 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock today. That's why we are gathering.
We also know that she was traveling out of the country on a trip to Ghana.
To Ghana. Yes.
Do we know if there was any exit Republic card released for her from the courts?
No, we have not gotten that information yet. But I'm sure they might issue something like that. But we have not gotten that from the police.
But usually, given that travel is an inalienable human right, it is everybody has a right to travel, and usually it is the court that will ban people from traveling because of different reasons. That's why I'm asking if such a process was in place. Do we also know if she was aware that she was a person of interest, that she could assist, or that she was being investigated, whatever it is? Do we have any reporting as such?
No, we are not getting any clue as it relates to that. We are not getting any clue. So normally the need as a Republican might be issue, but then it might not be in the public. Yes, at times they can issue the need as a Republican to the various checkpoints, and then the public might not have access to the need as a Republican.
But the individual concerned, would they know?
So we have not spoken with her. We have not even had the chance to speak with her lawyer as well. So we don't know as to whether it was issued on her or her lawyer has it. But we don't know yet. We are still waiting to find out that.
What is the atmosphere like now around the police HQ?
It's currently calm because earlier on today we saw some supporters of the Congress for Democratic Change came around, but then they took them across the road. When you go in Jalatan way there, they push them across the road. And when you're coming from Basseltown way, around the bypass, they are all lined up there. They are still sitting around in solidarity of their former leader.
Okay. Now, in terms of those who have spoken so far in solidarity with her, what do we know? What are some of them saying from her party, from her previous party, you know?
So earlier this morning, the representative of Bon County, Marvin Ko, spoke, and then also Eugene Corey also spoke. He said it is a witch hunt. But then I was not fortunate to have been part of the interview. I came a little bit. It was already because I was in a courtroom. The interview was already over. But then Marvin Poe spoke as well. Say they are all pointing finger to witch hunting the former vice president. They say she's not a real person. That this government should be chased after the real suspect are out there. They should be able to go after the big fish, and instead of them coming after the former vice president.
Now, in the other trial that is ongoing, the $500,000 rice trial at the court, we understood yesterday that Madame Mary Bro was nolle prosequi, was removed. The government dropped charges, or let's say prosecution dropped charges against her. Why?
That's quite correct. It is allowed under our law, right? Maybe the government see it necessary that they can drop charges against Madame Bro and then use her as a state witness in these proceedings. So we have not getting any, actual reason why they not prosecute the case against her. But in most instances, whenever the prosecution not prosecute charges against a particular individual, they use that individual as a state witness to testify in self-proceeding.
Okay. Now, others argue that she, in any case of rice distribution and whatsoever, given the role of the GSA as that arm of government, she would have been one of the key people. So others are citing some political influences that she might be in bed with the government, allegedly, and all of that. So perhaps that's why they have done it. What do you think about that?
So under the law, not the prosecutor is allowed. the lawyers got their own way of doing their things. If they see it necessary that this woman or this person that is involved has sufficient information that will aid them in prosecuting their case, sometimes the local area on the prosecutor side, they say, okay, we're going to go into a negotiation with you. We're going to drop all charges against you so that you can serve as our primary witness in this proceeding. So apparently that's what the prosecutor did to allow Madam Broad to come and testify on their behalf in these particular proceedings.
Now, still on that case, is the jury selection process over? Are both sides satisfied with the jurors? Are the jurors impaneled?
Yes, that was that particular process ended yesterday. The 15-member panel jury selection was completed on yesterday, and then they are being sequestrated as well. So yesterday, right after the completion of the jury selection, the indictment was read to the jury, and then right after the indictment was read, the case was suspended for today. But then when we came today, they said the jury or the car that normally bring them to court have problems, so they couldn't bring them. That's why the case didn't go to.
So the jury conveying vehicle had issues.
Yes, they had issues today, so they couldn't be able to convey them to court. So that's why.
So they have only one car that can bring them. There's no way they can. This is the whole government. Is there no way they could send another car?
That's the reason they gave. But we can buy into that reason. Maybe they have other reasons that the jury didn't come to court. But that was the reason they gave, that they say the car had issues, the car had mechanical fault. So they took it to the garage to look at it. But normally that's a true story away from the court. Right here at the judiciary, they could just protect them, the ward to the courtroom. But that's what they said. So we couldn't have the trial today.
Now, please remind us about the charges against them.
So you have theft of property, or economic sabotage, misapplication of entrusted property, criminal conspiracy, criminal solicitation, misapplication of public funds. These are some of the charges against these 13 defendants.
Please,
on trial.
Please remind us some of the key names.
Okay, so we have former Foreign Minister D. Maswa Kimea. We also have former Deputy Foreign Minister Tema Sawyer. And then we have former Internal Affairs Minister Vanis Salif. And then we also have people from the disaster management. We have Artificial Door. These are some of the names that we have, but the notable names are D. Maswa Kimea, Tema Sawyer, Vanis Salif. These are the notable names in these trials.
Okay, Watson Richards, thanks so kindly. Please be careful out there. If there's any development, let me know. We are watching out for the LMP news conference. We are also watching out to see if Madam Taylor's lawyers will come out with her and whatsoever. So we are watching everything.
Sure, I will keep you posted, Julius.
Okay, that's Watson Richards, our Judicial Bureau Chief, right there. We have on the line Alfred Johnson. Before we start to speak with Alfred Johnson, just to remind you that former VP Taylor has been invited by the Liberia National Police as a person of interest in the ongoing cocaine investigation. Let's read some of the reactions that have come in before we go to our guest. George Cronisayon Werner is former education minister under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. This is what he has written. For the government of Liberia to prevent a former vice president from boarding a flight to Ghana and subsequently require her appearance at police headquarters for questioning in connection with an ongoing cocaine investigation is an extraordinarily serious matter. I pray the basis goes beyond an allegation that, while in office, she authorized or facilitated the issuance of a diplomatic passport to a person who is now accused in the case. The issuance of a diplomatic passport may legitimately warrant investigation, particularly if there are questions about whether the recipient was legally entitled to it or how it was obtained. But that fact alone does not establish criminal involvement in drug trafficking. Association is not complicity, and an allegation is not proof. If investigators possess credible evidence establishing a broader connection between the former vice president and the alleged criminal conduct, they have a duty to investigate it without fear or favor and in accordance with law. If they do not, the state must be careful not to create, through its actions, a public presumption of guilt. This matters because the office is bigger than the person. Preventing a former vice president from leaving the country and questioning her in connection with an international cocaine investigation inevitably attracts attention beyond Liberia. The authorities therefore owe the public clarity about the legal basis for their actions while respecting the integrity of the investigation and her constitutional right to due process. No one is above the law, but the power of the state must also be exercised according to law. Protect the investigation, protect due process, protect the dignity of the office, protect Liberia's reputation. The Unity Party, the governing Unity Party, has also released a statement. Let me bring that to you. The statement released by the governing Unity Party on this matter. Then we read what CDC Chairman Janga Kowo has written as well. Actually, I have the United Party statement. Just bear with me, folks. It was right here. Just jump from there. Why are you jumping? I want to read the statement itself, not the story done. I don't understand what happening now. Open, my friend. Okay. Yeah, we have the Unity Party statement right here. Released moments ago. The governing Unity Party wishes to state. Stop calling me. You made my thing jump from there now. I'm quiet now. The governing Unity Party wishes to state in the strongest terms the unwavering desire and commitment of the government of President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. to ensure that no stone is left unturned in the ongoing national investigation into drug-related criminal activities. For a number of years, the drug pandemic has destroyed families, wasted the future of generations, and threatened the very fabric of our republic. During the Congress for Democratic Change regime, it became deeply entrenched, with impunity being the order of the day. Under the Unity Party administration, that era of impunity is coming to an end. The Unity Party commends the Joint Security and all partners for demonstrating professionalism, courage, and discipline in the execution of their mandate and reaffirms its steadfast support for their work. We urge the Joint Security to remain steadfast, apolitical, and professional. Do not be swayed by the theatrics, noise, and desperate propaganda of the opposition. Your duty is to the Constitution and to the Liberian people, not to Facebook press conferences. As the governing party, we support every lawful step being taken, including this morning invitation extended to the former Vice President, Madam Joel Howard Taylor, as a person of interest in connection with the ongoing investigation. This action confirms that what Liberians already know, that this investigation will shield no one, regardless of political affiliation, former office, or economic status. The law will be applied equally. The Unity Party notes with disgust the attempts by elements of the opposition to politicize the arrests and invitations of persons of interest, branding them a witch hunt. Let us be clear, this is not politics. This is national security. To exploit the national crisis for cheap political points is reckless, unpatriotic, and an attempt to obstruct justice. We urge opposition figures to refrain from this dangerous game. If you have credible evidence, present it to the Joint Security or the courts. If you have nothing but lies, keep silent and allow the law to work. The CDC has 6 years to confront this drug crisis and failed woefully. Narcotic substances were sold openly on our streets, and our children were lost. The CDC conspicuous silence at the time and their noise now exposes their hypocrisy. The Liberian people can be assured that the Unity Party government will not compromise this fight. We stand firmly behind the Joint Security. We stand with the mothers, fathers, and youth demanding a drug-free Liberia. The invitation will continue. The arrests will continue. And justice will prevail. This is signed by Lassana Pawene Fofana, National Assistant Secretary General for Press, Publicity, and Outreach. Let's go to CDC's Janga Kowo. What has the chairman of the CDC said? Janga Augustus Kowo wrote on his social media page earlier. He said, "Your strategy is dead on arrival. You cannot intimidate us. You cannot scapegoat the government's complicity in the cocaine case as evidenced by all the dismissals and suspensions of government security actors and other officials. Harassment of former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor won't help the government. There will be full accountability of the government and government actors for this cocaine." Alfred Johnson, welcome to the OK Conversation.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. We reached out to you for two reasons. One, the letter to Amara Coney and this VP draw thing. So let's go to former VP draw Howard Taylor. This has played out this morning. You have been following. What are your initial comments?
So I have said this on several occasions. I was born and raised in Liberia. I went through every war: Octopus in 1990, Octopus April 6, World War I, World War II, World War III. The two attacks on Bannersville, July 19 and July 26. I even survived the Ivory Coast War, came back to Liberia, experienced everything. I left Liberia in 2006. I've experienced everything the Liberian people have experienced. I've seen suffering in our country, and we are sick and tired of the country being taken for granted. So by all means, I don't care who it is.
But before we go there, before we go to you, let me read what you wrote, so we get the context of. And this is what our analyst on the line said. As I have said several times, I do not care who gets caught up in this drug situation because people have taken the Liberian people and the nation for granted for far too, I would not call that other word, long. If you have the evidence, get them. However, when you are going after individuals whose arrests, questioning, investigative stop triggers significant reactions, you have to make sure all your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. I opposed the labeling of Biago as being linked to the cartel based simply on Excel editable evidence. I understood then and still do now that giving his role as head of LDA to accuse him requires insurmountable evidence because it is a game changer. The former VP situation is almost like that. Again, I do not care about who gets arrested. I don't. But the spectacle was simply too much just because you want someone to come in for questioning. To pull what was pulled, you should have had an arrest warrant, a search warrant, or a judge's order requesting her to turn over her passport. She's not above the law. However, she also has rights. And believe you me, if you don't do it the right way with her, it will have a negative impact on the investigation. I do not care about her if she's involved. I do care about the process because if you don't do it right, you run the risk of having your actions impacting any potential evidentiary hearing or eventual trial in negative ways. Do you care to further explain?
And that's pretty much what I'm saying. So to go off the Biago's point, when Martin came up with what he called evidence about Biago, I said to myself, that is not enough because remember, Biago, what the LNP tried to take center stage. Biago is the head of the institution that's supposed to be primary on the drug investigation. So to accuse him of being linked to the cartel, you must have some strong evidence because it's a game changer. It puts the investigation into a different light, into a different sphere. So the same thing applies with Joe Howard Taylor. Again, the government of Liberia has lost serious cases because of this. My issue has always been the process. If you felt Joe Howard Taylor, if what happened today, the reason why the stopper was because the one in for questioning. If they did not have a search warrant, if they did not have an arrest warrant, or I don't know how you guys put it, some sort of Latin term for where the judge will order her to issue her surrender her passport. If they did not have any of that, everything that happened today was a complete spectacle, and that was wrong. We have to be very careful how we carry out these things because at the end of the day, if you are accusing her of that, she's former vice president of the Republic of Liberia. She's well connected. If you feel that she's connected to the drug dealer, to the cartel, by all means, do what you have to do. But you also have to understand that you have to cross every T's and dot every I's because if you don't, and you feel the woman is connected and is established, she has the ability to influence the process in terms of questioning our lawyers, questioning every aspect. You understand that this thing.
How do people of interest, how are they treated in terms of investigations? How do you bring them in?
So if you are telling somebody they are persons of interest, then you have to go through the process. So if you say the person is a person of interest, let me give you an example with me. So I have a case. When I was a detective, I have a case. Oh, I did all my things, and I don't have. When you say a person of interest, and you want to elevate them to suspects, if you cannot elevate them to suspects, you cannot treat them as suspects or arrested. You cannot treat them as such. So what you have to do is you have to call them. Hey, I need you. We want you to come for interview. That person is not on an obligation to come. They are not. They are not on an obligation to come unless you are detaining them. You get them on other thing and detain them on reasonable suspicion. They are not on an if a person is someone that you look at, they are not on an obligation to come to you. Now, if they decide to come, they have the right to come with their lawyer. And if you don't have enough reason to keep them, they can leave anytime they want to leave. Now, if you have reason to say, okay, I'm going to detain you, you have to be very clear with your actions. Because remember, you can do what you have to do as a police, but it must be backed by facts and evidence. So if you want to detain them, it's not by all means you can detain them, but you have to detain them based on the level of proof that is required for you to detain them. If you have reasonable suspicion to detain them, do exercise the 72 hours window where you can detain them, question them, and arrest them, that's fine. But if you don't have that, then you cannot just stop them like that, because understand this, right? If you stop Joy Howard where she was stopped and said, oh, we need you to come to the station, based on what? Oh, we need to interview you. No, I don't have to go. All right, if she says she doesn't want to go, you cannot compel her to go until you elevate it to another level based on the proof you have. And then she will be compelled to leave. But if you just tell her we want to
in this case, she was stopped from boarding a flight that was headed for Ghana. I don't
based on what?
Up to present, we don't know if there was any Asia Republica issued for that to happen.
We don't know that. And also, another question I have is, did you guys inform? Because she's Joy Howard today, she has EPS with her. So the EPS has a supervisor who communicates with Sam Gates. Sam Gates, the head of the EPS. So that could have been coordinated with the EPS. Was that coordination done? Was that process started and the vice president ignored it and decided to still go? These are questions we need to find out whether to find the answers to. Did you start the process of coordinating with our EPS security guards or EPS detail? The same gate do that and inform them, hey, we need the vice president to come in. And she decided that she's not coming in, she wants to leave, she wants to go to the airport. If she's decided not to come in and go to the airport, did you do what they call the near exit, that to ask a judge to get her passport for her? Was that the reason for the stop? To get for her to surrender her passport? Was that the reason for that? So there is a process here that has to be followed. You cannot circumvent the process, especially when it comes to the former vice president who you are accusing of being involved in the drug situation. If you are going to accuse her of that, you have to be very careful, because now it has so many implications. If this does not turn out the way the government expects it to turn out, I can assure you the investigation will become tinted forever. That means people will not take it seriously anymore, because people will say, well, you have just politicized everything. You didn't have anything on her and you created a spectacle. And that's why everybody say, I don't have a problem with them arresting whomever is involved. I don't. But you have to do it the right way, because if you don't, you run the risk of making the investigation look like child's play and some sort of political wage hunt.
Well, this is why she wrote in an NPP chat room that we were able to get from sources. To all, please be informed that I was about to go to Accra to attend a women's forum and was informed that I am not allowed to leave the country. They have asked that I report to the police station. I am on my way there. That is why she wrote earlier this morning when this whole thing started. So it appears she was informed there, according to her, at the airport, that she was not allowed to travel. She should go to the police station.
Okay, she was not allowed to travel. Fine. She decided not she's going to go to the police station. Did they give her a reason? Did they tell her like you? Because it cannot just be based on the fact that we want to interview you, so you're not allowed to travel. It has to be informed by law and evidence and by the court. So if you did they provide some sort of documentation from the court say your passport has to be surrounded, so you're not going to travel? We've already informed airport security that they're not going to allow you to get on the plane. And if that's true, again, by all means, you can do that. again, I don't care about who gets caught up in this investigation. You can do that. But did you follow the process? If you did not follow the process and you want to arrest this lady, it becomes very difficult for you to say that, oh, you are doing it within the context of the law. Because that's the critical part of it that you did not follow. Did you get a judge's order telling you that she cannot go, she has to turn over her passport? Do we have that?
Okay.
Did that happen?
Let me hold you there. Let me bring in someone that I believe should be I don't know her or have some idea about this. Former Senator Sandro Johnson, former NPP man as well. Welcome, sir.
Yes, but just add the other one, a former founding member of the MPP.
Yeah, but I said former MPP man, so I got to put funding.
Former founding member and the former spokesman of the Taylor's family. I'll do two.
Okay, but former spokesman of the Taylor's family, former founding member of the MPP. What do you have to say to these things?
Okay, thank you, Julius. Well, Julius, in the first place, I want to condemn the manner in which the former vice president was arrested and treated at the airport.
Well, I don't know if she was arrested, but she was called in.
But you actually give me a chance because I was with her. I just left her at the police station.
Ah, okay.
That's where I was there. So I'm not just talking because I'm talking. I want to talk on the street. No. I went there. I sat with her for more than 30 minutes. She's in a good state of mind. And I think she was harassed. And I consider that as an abuse of power and misuse of power or misuse of power. Now, they have arrested her. She's been there since this morning around 9. In the first place, the VP has informed me that whenever she was attempting or making an attempt or trying to travel outside of Liberia, the Minister of Foreign Affairs was always involved. Whatever country she wanted to go to, they would send a no favor. So her going out of Liberia, the government was aware through the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I want to clarify that first.
Okay.
And because there are some folks from the United Party, a confused group of people running all over the place, that she was escaping. She wasn't escaping. Okay, now, so if you say you want to invite anybody, a person of interest, invitations are done two-way. You either write or call me and say, Mr. Johnson, you are invited to the police as a person of interest. It's different. To arrest is different. So she was arrested and carried to the
did she tell you if she was ever called or written to appear at the police?
No. She did not receive any information. She wasn't called. No information reached her.
Let me ask a few questions if you don't mind, please.
She has checked in everything, and she was harassed. They almost handcuffed her. They wanted to drag and disgrace her. But as God will have it, she pulled up a little reason and said no. That's the reason why they didn't handcuff her. And so they brought her to the police station. I was there for the 30 minutes. I just came out to take a break. I'll be going back there. And so we just wanted to let it be clear that she is not a runaway person. She was not escaping. The very police
Julius, let me ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
The very police IG came up and said that there were people, government officials, and prominent citizens.
Before we go to all of that, let my panelists ask you one or two questions.
Yeah, please.
Senator Sano, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, my brother. Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm Lieutenant Johnson. Hey, I have a question. I have a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind. So,
yeah, go ahead.
Apart from the interaction she had while her driver was taking her to the airport, did she have any pride? Was this the very first time she has been informed that the police wanted to talk to her during this entire drug investigation? Was this the very first time?
The very first time. At the airport. She has checked in already. They have checked her children in already. She was trying to board the plane when they arrested her. So it was not an invitation. And that was the very first time that it was brought to her attention. Just this morning at the airport.
So, second question: are you aware of any document from the court prior to the incident on the airport? Did they at the incident on the airport? Did they present any court-issued document, arrest warrant, search warrant, or some sort of order restricting her from travel? Did they present any documentation from the court?
When I spoke with her this afternoon in the police station where she's in custody, she told me that there was no court, nothing from the court, no document from the court went for her arrest. There was nothing from the court.
It was just don't go and arrest her and bring her. That's what happened.
Okay.
Okay, they one more question. Do you have any idea why they are connecting her to this drug investigation? And number two, which one of the investigation they are connecting, the 19 million or the 300 plus million?
I think it is all tied into one. I think the 300, whatever quantity of drugs that was brought in this country under the watchful eyes of this government is what they are trying to link her to, or they have linked her to already, not even trying to. And so that's the reason why she was arrested, and I saw that as an illegal movement.
Now, sir, did you watch portions of the investigation? What are they really investigating her for?
No. When I was ushered in, and when I was allowed to go and meet her, I met her with my sister, two of them, in the conference room of the police director, and we sat there for like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and then later on, the police director walked in and asked me to excuse them that they were now in the process of going for maybe to conclude their investigation. So he asked me to wait outside. So in my presence, they did not question. I don't think they would want to do that. And so they asked me to leave, and I left, but she's good. And I think we are personally...
But I know, Sandro Johnson, you being an inquisitive person who have asked her, what are they really saying? What are they asking you about? Are they saying you part of those that brought in cocaine or you did something?
And when I asked her, she said, up to the time we talked, she said, well, they're trying to start, she was under arrest and being investigated on the drugs issue. So I said, okay, and I didn't want us to go into the detail of that matter. Okay. Because Mario, I'm in the police cell, and the whole place, they got a lot of camera and a lot of stuff. So we just spoke briefly, and then we touched some family thing, and I wish her well, and we're laughing and talking other family stuff. And then when the police director came in, asked me to leave. He asked me politely. He didn't force me out. So it was about time for them to talk to her, and he didn't want me to be that one of the liars. And so that's what I said. So my question now to the public or to the police director is, the police director, you are aware, came in the public and said, I'm quoting him, that he's aware of government officials and prominent citizens that are linked to this drugs cartel. My expectation was that the president was suspended and taken over for investigation so that it becomes a person of interest to let us know who are those government officials involved, who are those prominent citizens involved. Now, mind you, few weeks ago, the president's son was late. Today, by having conversation, it was reported that he had a conversation with some people related to this. Did they invite the president's son for investigation? Did they call him in as a person of interest? So this is not about justice. That is about. It's intended to.
But sir, police needs to have something tangible to call someone in. They can't just call people in simply because someone say.
All right. Yeah, but they call their name. I know that whatever the vice president said in the last few weeks or few days, she was quoting directly what the police director informed us on. And so my question is, why didn't they question the police director to tell the public who are the government officials involved? Who are the prominent citizens involved? So I see this as a witch hunt, and I condemn it. There's an abuse.
But you were weeks ago on my show, and you were quite strong in arms about the drug investigation. Yeah, you wanted the government to do everything possible. The government is doing it now, and you are already crying.
Right. When they made the first arrest and the days of suspension, we said, okay, that was good. But this one, the woman has never been called. You have never written her. You didn't give her power any information. She's about to travel on an international occasion, and you dismiss her like this. Then you talk this, that, but justice, it is intended to bring. Look, listen. If the government intention is to bring the CDC down, you want to destroy the CDC, go ahead and do that and leave all the innocent people. But we will remain calm. The MPP will issue a statement. We will follow the matter to the logical conclusion.
No, but you're not MPP man. You are CMC man. So don't be talking for MPP.
No. Listen, no. I said the MPP will. I'm not speaking for the MPP, but I'm very sure that the MPP will issue a statement, and we'll follow it now. Our
the way you sounding is like you come and go back to MPP.
No. listen, you forget about that. Now, what I'm saying is, this matter, our lawyers are professionally handling this.
Okay.
We will follow it politically and legally.
Okay.
We stand on the side of Joel no matter what.
Okay.
If the government has nothing to do, you want bring CDC down, go and fight CDC and meet other innocent people.
Thanks so kindly, former Senator Sano Dazo Johnson, right? We will try and see if we can speak with Josh Moba of the NPP. But Alfred, you just listened to what he had to say.
Yeah, and if he's saying that there was no prior notice, and given the fact that he just said the foreign ministry is often aware of the vice president's travels outside the country, then I don't know on what basis they got her in, you know. And if that's the case, if she was not notified prior, there's no document, then the whole spectacle at the airport did not make sense.
Let me play to you what the police spokesman said when he was asked that question about whether she was given prior notice. Let's play that. This is Sam Collins.
Out of the country, was she informed prior that she shouldn't leave the country, that she was facing investigations, or this is just an abrupt happening that made her to come here today, sir?
Well, that is not important for now. What is important is that the former vice president was told that she has some concern back home that she needed to address, and she has consented to address those issues, and also she will speak to the joint security.
Which of these two investigations? We have two ongoing currently. The 19 million at the Roberts International Airport and 317 million. Do you care to tell us which one is she concerned with to answer questions to investigators, sir?
Well, those are details that are not yet available to me. But what I can tell you for sure is that it has to do with ongoing investigation.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's Sam Collins right there. Before we speak with MPP Chairman Josh Moba, let's hear back from him. He said it really doesn't matter if she was given prior.
It matters. It matters if she were given a prior notice and then she chose to ignore and decide to travel. Then that's a concern. But if she was not given prior notice and she just, this is the very first time, then it is a concern on the part of LMP. Like, why did you go through all of that? You know, and something else he said about the travel said you call in to address some concerns, quote unquote concerns. So if it was just concerns, then why you have people stopping her car, restricting her freedom of movement? She has constitutional rights. Again, I don't care if she's involved. I just want the process to be right. Because let's assume that you grant her, you say she's involved. This entire spectacle today can come into play at trial. It can come into play because her lawyers can argue constitutional violations. And all you have to do is build enough reasonable doubt in the minds of the jurors. We saw that with the Samuel Twerk case. We saw that with the Gloria Scott case. I don't know what's wrong with people following the process. Why they just want to engage in spectacle instead of following the process? Due process applies to everyone, no matter their political leniency.
Okay. Former says she has been. Okay, we will speak with our reporter Nyanti Shade, but let me speak with MPP Chairman George Moba. George Moba, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm in Banga. I just came from the non-judicial circuit court in Banga.
And you're in Banga, and your political leader, former VP, is facing some issues at the Liberia National Police headquarters. What do you know so far?
Well, this morning I look at my WhatsApp messages, and especially from our chat room, I was still not very informed that she'll be stopped at the airport while en route to Ghana. And said she was being asked to go to the police station. So, as a law-abiding citizen, she did all that she can to reach to the police station. We asked our membership to remain calm to understand what she was invited for. Because under our law, every Liberians, if the police have any reason to invite you, they will invite you to hear from you. While we speak, we are not getting any word from the Liberian National Police as an institution to give us the reason for which you were invited to the police station, rather. So I will be coming to town tomorrow. I intend to convene an emergency meeting of the National Executive Committee, and it is my hope that while the police invited to the Liberian National Police headquarters, her right will be respected as a former state man, also a state lady rather, and every right that she enjoy under the Constitution will be accorded her. So, and we are hoping that the police will do a due diligence to inform us, because this is the institution. We have been very careful as a political party, because given our history, we have never we have done everything possible to always remain on the side of the law. And I think the police should given up to tomorrow for the police to brief us what the invitation is all about. If there's any probable cause, we can review it and come up with our own advice. But in the meantime, we cannot go further than that, because it is an invitation. We have not been informed as to the reason why you were invited. So we can't go further than this.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, sir, for speaking with us. Let me bring in Front Page Africa, Alfred Johnson. Front Page Africa is reporting this. Okay. Front Page Africa is reporting this. Why are you stalling? Former Vice President Joe Hawatila says she has been told she is under arrest, according to a message she sent as the situation continued to develop on Wednesday. I want to read the full story, but I don't know why it's not opening the way I want it. So it is like it has escalated.
It has escalated to arrest. So that means now we have to know the reasons for which she has been arrested. Now they have to produce the charge sheet and be able to explain why. Again, the level of proof needed to arrest is probable cause. So whatever they had has been elevated to a level of probable cause for her to be arrested. Fine. If you have probable cause to arrest her, fine. Now, why was the reason she has been arrested? We want to see the charges. We want to see the statement of charges and the statement of probable cause to be able to understand her link, her connection to this entire drug situation. That does not excuse the fact.
Yeah. Hello?
Well,
no.
You say what?
No, you can continue. I was just.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Investigation that she's linked to, is it the 19 million or the 317 million or both of them? The charges, what is her connection? We have to see that in the statement of probable cause, which is the charge sheet, and then we can provide analysis. But it doesn't excuse the behavior of LMP. So the thing about it is, if you had an arrest warrant, this is why we keep saying you have to follow the process. If you knew you were bringing her into arrest her, you could have simply got an arrest warrant and issue on the indictment which you're about to go. That way, that way the spectacle is justified, because you serve her the arrest, man, you are under arrest. Once you inform her she's under arrest, anything after that can add to the charges: obstruction of justice, failure to obey a lawful order, or resisting arrest. You can tag along other charges, but you didn't inform her of anything. Like he said, Sam Collins said it was just some concerns that she has to address. So calling her to the station is almost like a rules to arrest her. Now you are making it difficult for other people to want to show up to the station now to come for interview, because they feel like when they go there, for the police to be able to cover their own thing, they will want to arrest you and create a situation for them to arrest you. So you have to be very clear with your actions. Are you arresting her? If you're arresting her, fine. By all means, tell her you are under arrest. You cannot leave. You are under arrest. You take her passport, put her in handcuffs, and she leaves. She goes to the station. But you cannot come and say, oh, we want to call you in for questioning. Because when you say you're calling her for questioning, she doesn't have to go. That's why she'll say, I need my lawyer. She does not necessarily have to go to the station unless you provide an arrest warrant or search warrant or something restricting her from leaving. That's what should have been done from the beginning.
We have seen notifications that there will be a press conference at 5 p.m. The government will be having a news conference. Information Minister Jeremy Pia should be sitting on top of that one at 5 p.m. So we look forward to that. I don't know, Senator Sandra Johnson, is there something else you want to say before we continue?
We just want to let the public know that they have. Joel will be spending the night at the police headquarters, and by 5 p.m. she will be charged. She will be indicted and charged.
Okay. Do we know the charges?
Do we know what they'll be charging her for or with?
What they are going to charge her, that they are going to put their bookers charges on her relating to the drugstore, but she will be charged. I think the next few minutes they will charge her. But I can tell you, we'll put up a very strong legal team to defend Julius. She's innocent, and she will remain innocent. I know her for many, many years. She's not that kind of person. And so we have just received that information just now.
Okay.
In the next few hours, they will charge her, and she'll be spending the night at the Liberia National Police Headquarters and tomorrow for her to court. And so we are prepared for this fight.
Okay. We are prepared for this fight. Alfred, are you concerned about her treatment versus the treatment of others in this very case?
Yes, Julius. Again, it goes back to the situation. Listen, I will keep saying it because I hate to sound repetitive, but I don't care about who gets arrested in this drug thing. But the issue is everybody should have the same treatment. Everyone should have the same treatment. Again, I go back to the situation with Johnny Dean. That's the most notable one. The Johnny Dean situation. The chief himself said, quote unquote, we also this was July 23rd. We also confronted a more senior officer who became compromised in this investigation. He has admitted to receiving 10,000 and as 10,000 and as such, 106, Johnny Dean is relieved of his post with immediate effect. He has been turned over to the Professional Standard Division. Now, this is the 106 who has yet to be arrested for bribery, something the chief himself said that Johnny admitted to. Check the Liberian law. If you can get lawyers on now, let it check the bribery statute and the criminal attempt statute. Those two crimes are crimes Johnny Dean admitted based on what the chief said. Why has Johnny Dean not been arrested? Again, this is not a what about agent, because if the VP is involved in this thing, by all means arrest her. If you have probable cause to arrest her and file to court for prosecution, that's fine. But then other people looking at it and say, but what now? Why is it now you want to say has not been arrested either? Because the situation with 106 is quite different. He admitted to it. This is not something that we're making up. This is something that came from the chief himself mouth. That 106 admitted to receiving 10,000 to influence the comfort, to give comfort to the guys. So that's bribery after the fact. You say it was after the fact. That's bribery after the fact. That's criminal. There is no need for the Professional Standard Division to be involved. The Professional Standard Division investigation is administrative. So what happens is when somebody is charged criminally, the Professional Standard Division will be able to charge the person administratively, investigate the person administratively, and see if the criminal charge warrants the person losing their job. Again, another contradiction is the man has been relieved of his post with immediate effect, but then you are filed in the Professional Standard Division. So what kind of job is the Professional Standard Division going to do when he has already been relieved of his post? The Professional Standard Division cannot investigate criminal matters. So why has Johnny Dean not been arrested based on the fact that the chief admitted to receiving bribe, which is criminal? That's the problem people have. When you have other people who are walking around, you make the thing look political. Again, we don't want to politicize the investigation. I hope the action taken against Vice President Joel Howard is well within the confines of the law. I hope the charges they are charging her can withstand the scrutiny of court. Because if it cannot, the entire investigation will be seen as political witch hunt, no matter how much you put it. And we don't want that to happen because we don't want this thing to go unpunished. We don't want this drug situation to go unpunished. But the way things are proceeding, it may appear like it will happen that way.
Okay. We will hold you right there. You can follow the show on online. Let's take some calls. We will come back to you. This is an ongoing discourse it seems to be developing and developing and developing. But we will come back to you shortly. Okay, so we'll let our guests go. Let's take some of your calls on 0777 995 555 995 995. A very busy running day here in Liberia. Former Vice President Joao Taylor escalated now to an arrest situation at the Liberia National Police Headquarters. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. Good evening. My name is Mamesi Kava, and I'm calling you from Dual Community. Let me say thank you to your guest. Well, first of all, let me categorically condemn the humiliation and embarrassment carried out against the former vice president of Liberia. This action by the government is clearly an abuse of power and a witch hunt. And when I listen to you read the press conference from the Unity Party, I'm wondering if the Unity Party is power drunk or she lacks shame. Because this Unity Party has been around here when other people from the government, senior officials from the government, have been suspended and dismissed. They have not conducted any Muppet show in the name of press conference in such a manner. That action clearly shows that this is a witch hunt. It's because an opposition figure is involved. Another thing is LBS head, which is Eugene Falcon, a stakeholder of the government, posting and referring to the former vice president in such a demeaning manner. This, if the allegation is because the vice president told Peter, whatever it is, the current vice president has been named in report during the Roseville era. It has been alleged that that house belongs to him. Nobody has arrested him. The son of the president of Liberia has been named in report. Nobody has humiliated him. Nobody has arrested him.
What if there is no strong evidence to link them? Police just doesn't go about arresting people because people say.
No, that's not true. That is clearly untruth, and it's indefensible. Everybody is seeing what is happening. The government is after critical voices. The government is diverting from the main issue. Even the Godwin common man name has been mentioned by Martin Colley that he is involved, and other people are being involved. Senior officials, they've not been humiliated and embarrassed in such a manner. This woman is a state woman. You arrested her at the airport illegally. She consented. She didn't have any issue. Coming back home to meet her lawyer, and you call police people to harass her as a woman? Is that right?
Okay.
What is Liberia become?
Thanks so kindly, Mama. Let's take others. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius. You know, sometimes when there is state of emergency, the president can cut short his foot.
Your wife told you to leave politics. You are on vacation in London, but it's like you're forced to come.
This is a state of emergency, so I have to cut short and try to take part on the show. You know, it's very unfortunate. I told you the other time that a friend getting number was used by the cartel to text him text messages. Black people would have contacted the French government by now to deport French Jersey for the investigation. And you overlook that, Julius. And this is exactly what happened. The son of the president interacted, communicated with those who we call terrorists, all drug dealers. Yet, the Maputo Delta police have no reason to be investigation. I don't blame Gregor Koba and Joseph Watara. I blame the National Patriotic Party and the Congress for Democratic Change. This is exactly.
But why are you blaming people? We don't know. We don't know what the police knows. We don't know what the investigators have, Frank.
Exactly, Julius. Exactly. This is my point. The United Party, we saw what they did to protect Van Sherman when things were going on here. President Weir is in Ghana playing street football.
I will come to former President Weir later. I get package for him. But thanks so kindly. Let's talk to him. Right in the scene, I get some package for him. But thanks so kindly. Why you want to take my team from him? Leave it. We will take calls up to 4:35. We take calls. Then we talk a bit about George Weah with everything else that's going on. Welcome, and let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius, and good afternoon to the listener in Radio Land.
Mm-hmm.
This is Gossin. I call from North Dakota, USA.
Go ahead.
Julius, I'm confused, and I just need some answer. have a special group of people who, in case of crime or anything happen, that we should worship them. We don't have any evidence, but should we worship certain people?
When you say worship, what do you mean?
Because that's what Mama Sikaba just called. She just lied. The vice president go on her page. I follow and I strongly condemn the police attitude with even black or car. For that one, I got problem with it. But listen to look at her page, what she posted. She said she was stopped from traveling and she was directed to a police station. She was never arrested on the airport. Why we keep staring on fire in our own country? She was on her way when she met the police when the black or vehicle.
Yeah, so the concern is for you to stop someone from traveling, there has to be a court order, or they may have done something egregious at that point. So we're asking, was she giving prior notification that we need you at the police station? And they asked Sam Collins that question. He said, it doesn't matter.
Okay, Julius, you're right, because I followed what she posted. But should we lie to say she was arrested on the airport? No.
Who lying now?
Her own statement from her own post, she said.
Who lying that she was? Someone said she was. Okay, former Senator Sandra Johnson. Former Senator Sandra Johnson. Hello. And so what's your point of contention?
Okay, my point of contention is if the state security find imparable reasons or a cause, and maybe they did not follow the right track, let us stop misleading the public with different information.
Do you know it could undermine the outcome of the case?
It's possible.
Yeah, when you don't do things,
the wrongly speculate because she's a vice president, former vice president. I mean.
No, but you yourself agree and say you condemn the action that was carried out. So I'm asking you, do you know it could undermine the outcome of the case if it goes to court?
Impossible.
Okay.
But we don't have the information, you and myself, that we've been asking about. Because even in Alfred Johnson, they're speculating because you don't have the information.
No, because that was asked to the police spokesman. If there was prior notification, he would have just said yes. She was told that she was needed at the police station or she needed for questioning, and she did not come but chose to travel.
Julius, even the same colleague from the police, who is a police spokesman, there were some action where we even not seen police station because there was some even question asking yesterday when he even called the show. There was some action, there were some things happening, certain officers in that police station. He have no ideas.
Yes,
and that was someone that need to avoid the press.
And so who should you blame?
I blame the police.
Okay.
Because not everybody, so that problem I got with people, everybody just talking everywhere.
Thanks so kindly. Let's see who's here again. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah, Julius, this is hello.
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Buckeye Heron calling you from Iowa, Julius.
Go ahead.
Julius, I'm a little bit confused here because my confusion having to do with was the former vice president arbitrarily arrested without notification. And if that is what happened, then the police are wrong. Or was the former vice president acknowledged, say, hey, you have to appear to the station and she refused to travel? So sometimes, I'm asking these questions because sometimes we should start the speculations. We should wait up to discredited people and see, because it is not only this. Remember now, it is not only the police that are investigating the case. This case is being investigated by the United States government.
No. It is a state security that take president. Usually they are there as observers. If they are actually there, they will be there as observers. They're not playing the role of our law enforcement people.
Yeah, but Julius, there should be a probable cause. I believe there is a probable cause.
Okay.
This is the reason why she was invited to the police station. Now, according to information, it's being upgraded to being suspect.
Okay.
So let us wait to hear from the people before we can
give her anything. Thank you very much.
Thanks so kindly for your call as well. Wow. Woo. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how you doing, Julius?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Center for Ginger Back Settlement. My name is Edward W. Shannon. You know, what is really happy? I'm kind of baffled because should a law give preferential treatment to specific group of people? Absolutely not. My not too distant kinsman, Honorable Samuel Johnson, where he not around when they pick up that lady for her zinc shot because of just bundle her up, carry her, and jail her. When we ask questions, they said the police had the right to pick her up.
Who?
And there's a little bit. The DA went there and ransacked. And read her. And besides that, more error. But what I'm saying is that the law is blind. The law goes for who? Once the police have some intel on a specific person, they will go for them. But what we're supposed to do now is wait if she will be charged as we're gathering, if she will be charged. Let's wait and see whether the police will give a charge her and send her to court, and she go through due process. That's
exactly.
what we should be looking at.
Thanks so kindly.
Thank you.
Thanks so kindly. This other man is in Liberia. He government spokesman. Then he calling me on WhatsApp, and he knows the kind of show my last people be calling direct. Please try and call direct Daniel Sano. Don't be calling on WhatsApp. You know it will not help. Welcome, and let's hear you. Yes, go ahead.
Chairperson DBD and Koro District 13. Julia, let me condemn the wage hunt and the news.
Wage hunt? Where? What is it? What is a wage hunt?
Julia, you see it now? It's a pure wage hunt and the misuse of power.
But if the police has reasons to go for someone you call that wage hunt, do you know what the person did or has done or can do?
So when the investigation started, I think 3 to 4 weeks now, the woman been here. The woman is a state person, and then she been playing it. How you call it? To honor international invitation, right? I think the government aware that she about to travel, but to present it that she running away on Facebook, they are supporting and presenting it that she running away and stopping her to the airport.
But it is not the government saying that she was running away. It is supporters saying it.
The government supporters.
Yeah, but the supporters, but not the government. Are you not part of the government too? And you citizen of the country, you part of the government, and so try your own. When the people say she was running away, say no, she was not running away.
When the government is saying us, which means they're not my government, right?
No, it is a government. Whether you like it, you like it.
The government saying us. They said the new governors. They said they have 42 years, right? But what they are doing in this country is very bad. In fact, the woman, you better doing nothing. You better doing investigation. Why you get invited?
Okay.
You always to honor international invitation before you stop being. It's very ugly like that.
Thanks so kindly. Let's see. Let's come to this other local line. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's happening with you? Okay. You don't seem to be okay. Welcome.
Hello, Julius.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, Julius, thank you for the show. This is Gabe from Brewerville.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Oh, Julius, I don't know. I think I think friends are Fogo and other people were invited to the police station for questioning. After some time they release them.
Mm-hmm.
And I see people coming all days. There are a lot of people, even when they arrested Aleko, I think Honorable Musa Belede's son and order. But I don't know what other people say, wait on. So when I come on, man, when I wait on. Oh, my man, what people, I don't know.
That's all your own.
Yeah, let woman go and answer question when the people say it's sunny. Let's wait and see.
Okay.
People oppose everything now. Chano just now going to MPP because of the thing.
Now, but that the man original party.
Nobody mentioned you resign from MPP but because of Joao.
No, that one it is not your business. That the man right. Anyway, that man did that one. The man the man didn't tell you he went back. Let's see who's here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good day, Julia. This is William Bro calling from France. Julia, you see the government we put in power since we got into our modern democracy is the most terrible government I want to carry us back to the dark days.
How?
People were looking this thing.
How?
Julius, Julia, sometimes you should sit down and observe the pattern of this government. Do you know the government offered the former vice president job recently and she rejected it?
Offer her job? How you know that other one?
I know for sure. They wanted to send her to ECOWAS. I went to Labrador as the government, I think, ambassador or something there to ECOWAS. He rejected it. She rejected it. Asked questions.
What is that? What does that have to do with our discussion?
Yes, because anytime they intend to bring Boho into the opposition and that person refuses, they try to bring them out to disgrace them.
No, but so you think the government doesn't have probable cause, no reason?
Julius, I can challenge you, Julius. 1 month from now, 1 year from now, we come back on the show. They get nothing against Joel. These people just good at making fool out of the Labrampo as on distraction when they know something hold them. They just terrible politicians. Extremely evil group of people get in power. So, have you ever seen them found guilty? Have they found guilty verdict on any of the attack on the opposition in which one sent they got to power? Tell me one person that they have found guilty. They are just good at distracting the Liberian people.
Okay.
Bringing in things as a hold them. It's very evil and they need to stop or end up.
Thanks. So kindly, let's take Deputy Information Minister Daniel Sando. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you, Julius. And let me say good afternoon to your listenership. I purposely call to diffuse the sentiment around the conversation that seeks to paint a very distorted picture of what happened today. When the Minister of Information, Minister Jeremy Murphy-Clear, broke the news to the nation that the former Vice President was declared as a person of interest and she was traveling, stopped. She was in the custody of the Joint Security. She was invited to the police station and that investigation is ongoing. It is absolutely a kind of malicious fabrication for anybody to come to paint a picture that the action taken was arbitrary.
Was she informed prior to travel that she was needed to answer questions at the police? 1, 2, was there any documentation barring her from traveling at the airport? Was she made aware that she was not supposed to travel and all those kinds of things?
We have consistently said that the investigation is a continuing process. At any point in time, if the evidence points, and sorry for using your name as an
No,
example,
you shouldn't put my name there. No, I put your own name there. How you put my name?
If the evidence points to Daniel Sanders, he will be invited, and if prima facie cause exists, he will be arrested. So it is not a matter of you saving somebody and a lawyer. I mean, she was on her way out of the country. Of course, she wouldn't have been within the daily weight of the nation. And so they invited her.
But Dana, you are a student of criminal justice, and I know you know that this is also a state of law, right? We have law and order in the country. There are processes that will bar people from traveling because traveling is a constitutional right, the right to freedom of movement. So for that to be enjoined, there has to be some kind of process, and that's why people are concerned.
So the police in Liberia has the discretionary power to curtail your freedom of movement for 48 hours. At any point in time, the police will feel that you are suspicious of committing a crime. They can invite you in a law-getting 48 hours to hold you in detention. If they don't file calls, they can release you. The police can also arrest anybody under the doctrine of plain view.
Yeah, in this case, right? We are being told it was not an arrest yet at the airport. Yes. It was an invitation to go to.
Very good, very good. So under the doctrine of, I would not want to say her pursuit, because she was not prior informed before and she was escaping. It's not her pursuit. It's plain view that you are wanted for an investigation and you are leaving the country. If you actually left the country, she wouldn't have been, physically available for that investigation. So, they invited her. Her rights were protected, and the investigation is ongoing. The government will have a press conference at 5 o'clock today. The nation will be informed on whatever the outcome of that investigation. I'm just trying to make the intervention so that we can see the speculation, because this thing about the drug, everyone nobody is targeting anybody.
Okay. And so Daniel, can you stay on the line? Let me bring in Alfred Johnson on that point. Alfred, were you following Daniel's point?
Yeah, I'm following Daniel's point. I was trying to understand what he was saying. Can you please repeat what he said?
Daniel is saying the police has the authority to arrest, detain anyone within 48 hours and all that.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Oh, okay, so can you please restate what you said?
So I said, under our jurisprudence, the police have got the authority to invite anybody and hold them within a 48-hour period as provided by law. If they do not find prima facie reason to charge you or arrest you, they can release you. That's what I said. So not every invitation for the police.
No, but I was specific about her traveling out of the country, whether she was given prior notice that she was needed at the police and all of that to have been bad.
You don't have to be given prior notice, Julius. You don't have to. Maybe because of a status you will argue that, but she's a Liberian citizen. And if the police believe that Daniel Sano is wanted for questioning in connection of a crime, they don't have to give him prior notice. They come and pick me up.
Okay, Alfred, what do you say to that?
So on the point about police inviting you to a station and holding you for 48 or some jurisdiction is 72 hours without charge, is generally true, but that's based on a certain level of proof or its equivalent in the jurisdiction. It's based on a reasonable reasonable suspicion. It's based on the level of proof. You cannot just take somebody out on the street and bring them in without any level. There is a threshold. There is a proof level threshold that is required to be met before you bring that person in. You may not have probable cause, but you have reasonable suspicion to believe that this person is involved in, the person has involvement in criminal activity based on the information you have. But like we can call it prima facie evidence on his face. Prima facie is both criminal and civil, but it does not mean the Fourth Amendment requirement for probable cause. But you can bring somebody in and keep them there, interview them, but you have a requirement, a limit for some areas 48 hours, some areas 72 hours. If that time elapses and you don't have a reason to hold them, you gotta release them. So you can do that, but you have to have a level of proof. In this situation, it does not appear like they presented any level. In some of the situation were presented like, we want you to come to the station because we have some concerns. It is not like we are detaining you. It was not a detention. They didn't expressly state that she was being detained. Mm-hmm. But from the look of things, from the actions involved in it, one can imply, a reasonable person can imply that Joel Howard Taylor was detained. If she were detained based on what was done, then she had provided the reason for that. But you listen to the police spokesman saying that it is not a concern that we just call in for concern. Well, if you just call in, then she had the right to tell you, okay, I can come, but I want to bring my lawyer. But you didn't present it like a detained, she's being detained for further questioning. If she's being detained, that's fine. Once you have the level of proof to detain her, that's fine. You can detain her for 48 or 72 hours, and if you can't charge her, you let her go. That's fine, but you have to have a level of proof for that. And it did not appear like the police did that in this situation. That's the issue. The process has to be followed. It is not wrong to detain people.
At that point, I think the learned criminal justice practitioner is speculating because he has not been made aware of the outcome of what is happening at the LFD. So you can't assume that it appeared that they don't
but the police spokesman said they invited her because of some concerns.
Julius, I don't know which
Julius, let me say something, right?
To what we're talking about here, right? He agreed that it is normal in other jurisdictions. He said 72 hours. In our jurisdiction is 48 hours. So inviting her and holding her there is no crime. They are not violating any law. The next thing I want to say here is that you can say that this invite appears to be all speculation or whatever way because the police do not have any reasonable suspicion. The outcome of what is happening at the police is unknown to everybody here. I who here as the technical spokesperson of the government, I don't know about it. The government will speak up. The government will speak at our plan. So that goes for the outcome.
Okay.
Julius, if I may, Julius, if I may. Julius,
yeah.
So let's first. I didn't say anything but spec. Here is what I said. Number one, that it is not wrong to detain somebody, but that detention must be based on a level of proof. It does not. The level of proof is not probable cause. It's reasonable suspicion. You must have a reason. You must have a reason that can withstand legal scrutiny to keep somebody. Because if you don't and you keep them there and the person says something, whatever that person says can be challenged in a suppression hearing. So that's why they require a level of proof for you to detain somebody. Secondly, it's not about speculation. The spokesman said she was called in for concern. When she was stopped, the police did not explain why. That's why it's very important. People have the right to know why they are being stopped. When I get to somebody, when I initiate a traffic stop or a subject stop on a person, I have a responsibility to explain to that.
You don't know what she was told.
Can Ghana give me a chance? Let me finish, please.
Mm-hmm.
I have a responsibility to explain to that person why I stopped them. If I stop, for example, when I get a traffic stop, I'm Lieutenant Johnson, Prince Joseph County Police Department. This stop has been audibly and visually recorded. That means everything we are doing is on body worn camera. Can I have a license and registration? All right, officer. Why did you stop me? Oh, you ran the stop sign at the intersection. Also, you engaged in safe lane change. Those are the reasons why I stopped you. So the person has the right to know the reason for which you have them stopped. It does not appear from the videos we've seen, the 30-second video, the 2-minute video, and from the spokesman himself statement, it does not appear like she was explaining that prior to being taken to the station. Is it possible she was explaining that at the station? That's entirely possible. But when it was being recorded, it does not appear like she was explaining that. There should be a reason. There should be a reason to initiate a stop.
Let us hear from Daniel.
Julius,
Yeah.
Julius, our friend is doing. He was this service to our audience. Our friend, I was never at the airport when the former vice president was stopped from leaving the country. So I don't know what the police told her.
But at this point, Daniel, don't you think you are supposed to be aware of just that one? What happened at the airport?
1 minute. The first thing here is the former vice president was stopped from traveling because of the ongoing drug-related investigation, right? So there's a reason why she was stopped. And the next thing I want to say here is that to see a short video on Facebook where people arguing, I won't go to my hall and this and that, you don't know at what point it happened. So you can say based on the short video we are seeing on Facebook.
Daniel, just hold on, Alfred. We earlier heard from Sam Collins. We are hearing from you as well. Why is it difficult to tell us exactly what happened at the airport? Was she told all of these things?
Julius, I just made a public service announcement. This is government communication. The government will speak to the nation at 5 o'clock. I'm going to make an intervention to kind of clear the air around the frosty picture that we're trying to create. That logo, this thing was done arbitrarily.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that
let me make one point, Again, let me say this again. Like you said, the police, when you start...
Daniel, let's hear from you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry, me or Daniel?
You.
Yeah, so when you stop somebody, again, the person has to know why you stopped. I'm not saying the police did or they did not. What I'm saying is, from what we saw on the video and what's his name, Collins himself did not give us reason. Now, is it possible they could give us the reason in the press conference? Yes, but this is part of this study room. This is why we say it is very important that information be provided as best as possible to avoid the information space being left in a vacuum where misinformation and disinformation will take over. So my thing is, Collins had a chance to say, let me talk now, Dana. This is a dialogue, not a monologue.
Dana, let him finish. We'll come back to you.
I give you the chance when you talk.
Hold on, Daniel. We'll come back to you.
So what I'm saying again, I don't have a problem with the police taking their action. I've said this over and over too. I'm rating it 2-3 weeks ago. I don't care who gets arrested in this drug thing. I just want the process to be followed. Because if the process is not followed the right way, if you are arresting Joelle Howard Taylor, she comes with weight, she comes to credibility, she comes with money. So she will have the best lawyers. You have to make sure your case is airtight for things to not be questioned, because if you don't do it the right way, everything about the case will be scrutinized. And if it gives the people reasonable doubt, she will be found not guilty if she goes to trial. That's the point. So we have to do things the right way. So what I'm saying here is, when you stop somebody, at the very least, when it is safe to do, you inform them the reason for that. Why you stop them? When it is safe to do. It did not appear that that was done.
Okay, let me hold you there. Dana, was it police officers that stopped Madam Joelle Howard Taylor at the airport? Hello, Daniel.
I didn't get you.
Was it police officers that stopped Madam Taylor at the airport?
Of course. But Julius, I want Mr. Johnson to know here is that the former vice president was invited at the LNP headquarters. Our constitution, Article 21, some part of it provides that you cannot question anybody in the absence of counsel. She was accompanied by her lawyer, former Associate Justice Cabinet Janet. So nothing wrong has been done. Issue of the doubt that he has, that look, she's a person who comes with influence, both politically, financially. The government has to put everything in place before it becomes like what we are seeing in time past. You can rest assured that wherever the evidence in this case leads, anybody, regardless of your status, will be arrested. And at this point, I just want to say that the police, the Joint National Security Investigative Team is entering it. They will be at the Ministry of Information by 5 o'clock. Let us give them the time to see what they have to say, the outcome of what is happening at the police. I mean, I said in my office, I don't know what's happening there, but they come here to speak to us at 5 o'clock. Let's start the speculation and give the investigation a chance.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, Dana. Afra, you want to say something before we let you go?
I mean, I don't, again, like I said, I just want to be very, I'm not against the government taking action against individuals involved in this. I'm just acting that it's being done the right way. And from what we saw, it did not appear like she was informed. Again, when it is safe to do, you do it. Can they inform her why she's there yet? But when you say she was invited, she had the right to not go, or she had the right to go with counsel and things like that. So there are aspects of this thing that may have been wrong. But again, you have to be able to do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way, you can jeopardize the case in the future. That's my point. I don't have a problem with. I don't know Joelle. I've never met President Joelle Howard Taylor. I have no interest in protecting somebody. I'm simply interested in ensuring that the process is followed, because we've seen before that the Samuel Twain case, we've seen the Glorious Car case, and the other 100 billion case. We saw so many instances where, because of the lack of respect for the process, people got found not guilty. So we have to be very careful.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Well, that's what it is. We are watching the process. We will listen to the news conference. We will know what is obtaining. Let's take a few more calls. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Derek Kuti, my name.
Go ahead, sir.
You know, this country is a very strange country. Very, very strange. Strange in the sense that we cry for something to happen. When it starts to happen, then we cry that it shouldn't happen. Just a few weeks ago, people were marching all over here. In fact, there were women in black crying for their children. The drug issue is killing our children. And we all pray for that to stop. Now that this responsible government is trying to do something about it, we're coming up with all kinds of definitions, witch hunt, this, that. Something's wrong with this country. Even when criminals are arrested and taken to court, I don't want to start naming people here. Some former government officials were taken to the police station. People were there in solidarity. What kind of country is this?
But that's what they call a rule of law. You are not guilty until you are proven to
No,
be.
but I'm not saying that somebody was guilty, but what I'm saying is this. When people are arrested for criminal acts and they are taken to the police station or to court, or a bunch of people go there and say, we are here in solidarity. We will defend this person to the end. What is this? You were crying just yesterday. That the people, in fact, this drug trafficking was a way of life a few years ago. A way of life. From the top, people were accepting it. But this government is saying that it must stop.
Okay.
Who are you not to call this one? Which one? You get out of here, man.
Thanks so kindly, Mr. Cody, before you talk something else. We will do that other part tomorrow. Let's just take calls to end it up. It is a whole discussion, the George Weah angle. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Edward. I'm calling from the U.S.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Julius. You see, when we're watching the kind of thing that going on in our country, a lot of people in America, they are crying. A lot of Liberians, but to see the kind of thing be going on in our country every single day. People that always destroy our country are Liberians who live in America, and they go back home to work in government because they don't have, their family, their children are not in our country. They will go there and destroy the country. See what is going on? With the former vice president, you have the son of the president who John Carter went live and called his name, that they sent $2 million in his name. A whole surrounding, a friends, all of them involved into that just activities. Up to this time, the man is walking free. You have the sitting vice president who surrounding, who take picture with some of the cartels. Up to this time, he's never been called.
Who they no, but who they
the former vice president.
No, but Chief, when hello, who the cartel, the current VP took picture with who?
Oh, the picture that was circulating around.
No, but that person was never questioned by law enforcement authorities in relations to the cocaine case. So
yeah, but why they are not calling them?
But you gotta get evidence now before you call people. You just call people in because someone posted on Facebook.
So they have evidence today.
Well,
so they
that
have
is
evidence today.
so after 5 o'clock.
Evidence today?
After 5 o'clock, we will know.
Julius, what is going on in Liberia? We need fair justice, even though everybody is praying and crying for their job to stop because they're killing a lot of young people, they destroy a lot of young people, but it should be done fairly, equally. They should not just do pick and choose. The son of the president need to be arrested. The police IG make it clear that senior government official as in this thing up to this time, have they arrested them?
Okay, thanks.
So, we need to be serious here. We need to be fair.
Thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly. We'll hold you there. Let's see who's on this end. Welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hold on. Let me put you on speaker. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Julius. My name is Mexico, and I call you from the rescue center. From the insertion of the government and the appointment of the police director, and it's not just this government. I maintain that the police is very unprofessional. They don't know what they're doing, and then they make regular Como the police director even got worse. So I don't take them seriously. I don't even consider them to be police department. They are just a bunch of gang. They know what they're doing. Julius, nowhere in this world, I hear a couple of your chorus from America, nowhere in this world, even me, nobody, I got stopped by ICE on Sunday. And I asked them why they stopped me. And they told me they're searching to see if I'm legal or I'm something or all that. And I told them, do you have a warrant to stop me? And they said no. And you won't believe that me and nobody left the presence of ICE because they never had a court warrant to stop me. That's how the law works here. It works for everybody, no matter what. So even because the person in opposition, you just stop them. because you want your base to cheer you. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, thanks.
The way the guys are running the country is a clear indication that after 2029, all of them will buy a one-way ticket and leave from Liberia.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's hold you that. Let's take Representative Marvin Cole. Just hold on, folks. He's calling on WhatsApp. I don't know why he's not calling direct. Welcome, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julius, and I want to say good afternoon to the listening public. I think it is important. We respect the rule of law, as everyone is saying. We need to be very, very meticulous in handling the activities that surrounding the former Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. There are so many errors. You can know clearly their actions were intended to bring disgrace to her person, but that's not going to work because there were no notice. You listen to Sam Collins, an inept police spokesperson. When the general asked him whether you serve a notice, whether you inform a parent to go into the airport, he said that was not important. Why it was not important? In law, notice is very cardinal. Now, you did not inform the former vice president that she needed not to travel. On the day and time of her travel, checking her luggage and everything, she about to board the plane. Then you say you are wanted, come by. And you drag her. You drag her. That was very unprofessional. This is
You said why drag her? They drag her where?
They drag her. Let me tell you what happened at the airport. When she said she does not have any information that she's being investigated, she was traveling. And then, in fact, when she was leaving, that's a female. She told them she needed to stop to her house to have access to the bathroom. They told her no. That was dragging. It is wrong. We condemn it to the strongest. If this is intended,
but Chief, the way I understand dragging to be is they will physically hold you and drag you. That's dragging. So how you not dragging?
Julius, if I am not, there is no warrant to have been arrested. You send me an invitation to come to the police for questioning. You should not restrict my movement. There was nothing to restrict her. You asked her to come. She decided, even though you did not have notice, you did not have a warrant, she said, okay, I'm coming. She always, she said, let me use the bathroom at my house. You said no. You insisted that you're bringing her to the police station. She's not been convicted. She has not been accused. That no, this person is person of interest.
But at this point, sir, it seems to be escalating to that level. We are hearing that she has said she has been arrested and she could be charged later today.
Yeah, but I understand, Julius. What I'm saying, we are calling all our supporters, all persons who support the vice president, the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, let them remain calm. We are watching the process. We will ensure that the law will be kept, the law will be upheld. Any attempt by this government to circumvent the law, the people, according to Article 1 of our Constitution, all power inherent in the people will come outside to protect the sacredness of this law.
But the people, all of us, want due process to take place because the issue of drugs is a very serious issue and this is a big matter.
Julius, I agree with you. The premise of this investigation is already wrong. The former vice president has been in this country. The issue of the drug saga has been around for more than a month. 2, you have never given her an invite. You have never told her she was on an invitation. Madam former VP, please don't leave the country. You are a person of interest. We need to talk to you. We need to get some clarity from you. You have never said that. At the time that she's going to be attending her medicals and the women's conference in Ghana, she at the airport, you knew that she was traveling, you waited, she had her luggage, everything checking, and then she was about to board the flight, and you tell her, say, no, you can't go, you have to go to the police station for what? This is a bad country, and I understand that these kind of activities will undermine the democracy of our country. But I'm calling on the MPP, members of the MPP, member of the coalition, member of the opposition community, let remain law abiding, let remain focused. We are monitoring this government seriously. I always say the tree of freedom will always be nurtured matured and watered with the blood of the martyrs, meaning that we will stand up for our right if there is an attempt to abuse us.
You are talking about matters. You were made to apologize at the House of Representatives when you were threatened with suspension or expulsion. So what kind of matter can you be?
No, Julius, let me say this to you. There was a message that was intended for the public to have listened to, and that message was sent. That was a charade. It wasn't a serious matter. Okay, you say that Thomas Fowler, the deputy speaker, who came to apologize, I mean, that's a normal operation of the House of Representatives. It has nothing to do with the state activities. Now, when we get to this point, that men got to stand up, men got to be men. You watch my history in this play. When I confronted the government and we said that we're resisting the illegal removal of Funati Kofa. Every day I was on the grounds of the Capitol building when police were brutalizing people, when they were hurting people, lawmakers were being brutalized. I was there every day. So
Okay.
I don't run from fire. I don't run from anything.
Okay, thanks. So kindly let us take student of law, former lawmaker, former head of LERT, former advisor on communications. Gabriel Nyenkan, let's hear you, sir.
Your profile seems to be exhausted. What's going on?
Oh, go ahead. Let's hear you quick. Our guest is here.
Yeah, sorry, but very quickly, Julius, most of the time I haven't called, but this is serious, What's going on with our country? It appears to me that Major Bwaka is reliving Major Bwaka.
That's President Bwaka.
Yes, obviously, but he was a major. He was crowned a major by Samuel Doe in the 80s after the coup d'etat.
So why you won't go way back to 80s to say major when you know he's president?
Yes, the relevance.
Okay.
He's practicing the tenets of.
I don't know what's happening with your line. Can you shift a little bit and say say again what you said earlier?
I think I've
Okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to get it, please. I'm saying to you, we are having an unfortunate political deja vu with Major Bwaka, who was a major under the Samuel Doe military junta rulership. Because all that is happening is simply a repeat of Janjaweeism under a junta government. Absolutely no respect for the rule of law. We said this before. The constant butchery of Liberia's constitution and all statutory laws by this government is sickening and dangerous. It is a perilous slope down which the country is sliding. Don't be surprised if we wake up one morning and you hear that there are insurgents trying to shoot their way to Monrovia as a result of what Major Bwaka is doing. Because listen, you were in this town, somebody owned a storage facility where drugs were kept up to 319 million. The IG told us that there was no need to arrest the man because they were still studying the matter, and you have a former vice president, who's a highly respected political voice in the country and beyond. And you summarily, with all your vigor, move to embarrass her because of political differences. We have to be very careful. We can't go back to those dark days. People will soon rise up and will be unfortunate. So please warn Major Bwaka and his man. You call Daniel San, he doesn't even know what he's talking about, and the police spokesperson cannot say anything intelligible. They don't even know what they say. Very disjointed and disconcerted, So it's unfortunate they must come to this country belongs to everybody. You don't come to power and begin to do things anyway, anyhow. There are legal boundaries and constitutional guidelines that people must follow. The law is the regulator of political actions. Nobody here is above the law. When you arrest a person, the law says in Article 21 of the Liberian Constitution, 1986, revised, that you must acquit the person immediately. Immediately. They didn't say you must wait for 5 o'clock in the evening to have a press conference. We don't acquit, people that we arrest with the charges against them at a press conference. The law is very clear. So
Okay.
thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks so kindly, sir. I've seen a video circulating on social media of former Representative Gray being pushed by a police officer at the LMP. Let's see if we can speak with him before we go to our guests very briefly. This is a running story as we talk to our guests. If there is any update, we'll give it to you as well. So stick and stay. Do we have former Representative Gray here?
No, Julius, let me reposition myself to call you back.
Okay. Okay, good. Please reposition yourself. We saw you being manhandled. The policeman just used one hand. I think that one hand. Yeah, one hand, and he was pushing former Representative Gray. One hand. Okay. This person says. I think it is a lawyer. I think it's a counselor. Yeah. Subchapter D, bribery and intimidation. Bribery. 1, offense. A person has committed bribery, second degree felony, if he knowingly offers, gives, or agrees to give to another, or solicits, accepts, or agrees to accept from another a thing of value as consideration for A, the recipient's official action as a public servant, or B, the recipient's violation of a new duty as a public servant. 2, defense precluding. It is no defense to a prosecution under this section that a recipient was not qualified to act in a desired way, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. 3, prima facie case. A prima facie case is established under this section upon proof that a thing of value was offered, given, or agreed. It's a very long one. Okay, he was trying to justify that, but now the former one says she have been arrested, charged, and brought under the jurisdiction of the court. Let us avoid selective prosecution, as Councillor Lawrence Thomas. It's a Councillor or attorney, I think it's Councillor Lawrence Thomas. Which criminal justice school Daniel attending? We are not teaching such at AME Zion, a doctrine alluded to by Daniel Sando. Okay, the lawyers are also speaking. Former Representative Gray, welcome.
Yeah, Julius, how are you, my brother?
Where are you right now? Because we were seeing. I have seen videos of you being pushed by a police officer, pushed out of the premises of the police headquarters.
Yeah, Julius, what happened today is that the former vice president is there, so we all went in to show solidarity. In fact, when we went there, a lot of people all standing all in the police compound in the yard. So similarly, I just went in, and a lot of journalists came around to talk. I decided I would not talk to the journalists initially. And then mobile mode, they tried to talk to him, but they couldn't talk to him. And then I was standing by myself. I just saw this tall police officer. I think it's the ERU commander or something like that. And walked up straight to me and told me, you got to leave the police compound. Okay? So I asked him, I said, but what the reason? And everybody, why you singled me out? And he insulted me. So I said, but why are you insulting me? In fact, I will complain you. And then he said, this is not complaint. I don't care what happened, you will not complain. Okay? So he said I should leave the entire compound of the police vicinity. So I asked him what was the reason. In fact, who is he? I wanted to know his name, whether it's on his badge, whether his badge number, and all of those things. But he didn't have his name rating on him. So, but he did that again when mobile model, you remember when they asked about the gun issue? And I escorted mobile model in the court again. He singled me out in the court. So I became a trend by him. And I feel that is an assault by the police officer right in the compounds of the police, where there was no disruption at all. Okay, there was no disruption. We were not protesting. Nobody was causing noise in the police compound. Journalists only came. The very journalists who met right in the police headquarters are the very journalists who walked up to us. And if you notice, when they walked up to me and what they saw the whole video, I didn't grant interview with them there. And I told them I was not ready to talk to them. It was not until the police officer started shopping me. And I started speaking to the media.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but like you are,
so where are you now?
Julius, I'm in the street of Monrovia. Julius, I fear nothing. I'm not one of those guys who had a body. I in the street of Monrovia. I came to talk to a friend. Okay, and we're just sitting down and just chatting and talking. And I will go back again to the police officer to know the situation of VP Joel. I will go back to the police station again. Okay, but I think I will write an official complaint to the police because I feel that's an assault on the part of the police officer. Because if you look at it, you never saw anything like me insulting him or whatsoever. He came straight and walked directly to me that singled me or I feel threatened by his action. He did that at the court. Okay, in Pinsway court, he came in the court compound and ordered me again, tried to push me out of the compound of the court. While Modu was there in the jail, I think the people in the court had to tell him, no, it's the jurisdiction of the court. You can't allow him. You can push him, you can touch him, you can't allow him to leave. It's in the jurisdiction of the court. So there's not a strange thing. Okay, I know him very well. Okay, by face, I've seen him on many occasions, and that has been the usual action. This is not the first time. So he's targeting, and I feel it's an assault, and insulting me also, all of those things. But again, Joe, I'm not perturbed by that. The general will ask me, do I feel disrespect? I don't feel disrespect because I know that the behavior of the police, once they see me, they misbehave.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Julius.
Okay, thanks so kindly. We're able to hear from him there. Wow. It's a very long-running day. As let's just take two more. Then we'll take a quick break. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, quickly. Go ahead. Let's hear you. We got to go to my guest now. He has been patient. Go ahead, Chief.
Georgia, I don't know what people is calling for about the arrest warrant or okay. If the woman was going, the police was trying to get her investigation before they get to her. And in that process, the woman is trying to leave the country. No one know whether he's going for conference or he's not going for conference. And that police officer, maybe if she already have information that they're coming after her, she was leaving. Police have the right to secure that, to arrest her.
Okay.
They want to protect her for the state.
Okay.
Right? Nobody will say that we're for give a code or what document give a code. This is not a reason.
Okay.
You know whether that police went on the 4 hour while they're in mufti or they're in uniform. They are the uniform officer like I went on the 4 hour.
Thanks so kindly. We'll hold you right there. Let's take the final one from overseas. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes, Georgia, this is Cyrus Swa.
You calling from where?
Yeah, Georgia, Asia, Pacific, India.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, that's my concern with the police commander, Gary Kumo. He's a statement made concerning the media going up bribe, alleged bribe. And then he sent an invitation to America asking for evidence and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that one. Tomorrow we will look at it because of time. Yeah, we will look at that one because of time. We get our guests back on tomorrow. We'll look at that one. But thanks so kindly. We'll hold it right there, folks. Let's go to our guests now. Let's talk some matters of our health. But you can stick and stay. Any update, we will bring it to you as well. Given the fact that this is a long running case that we will. Yeah, I know all of you want to contribute and all that thing. But yeah, we have to talk the other talks. It's okay now. Just stop calling. It's okay. So we have with us Mohammed Kone. He is an analytical chemist and a chemical researcher who holds Masters of Science degree in analytical chemistry from Erciyes University in Turkey. And his expertise cut across key laboratory sectors. His specialization, quality assurance, laboratory quality management, heavy metal analysis, green chemistry, and sustainable science with a focus on safer environments and responsible chemical management. He's a recipient of the YTB and TÜBİTAK research scholarships in Turkey and has published several scientific articles in high impact factor Q1 Scopus indexed journals and presented at international scientific conferences. His research and scientific contributions have also led him to be selected as a Liberian candidate for the UNESCO Equatorial Guinea International Prize for Research in the Life Sciences 2026. Mohammed, welcome.
Thank you, Julius.
Yeah, please speak a little louder so people get to.
Thank you, Julius.
How is life going?
Julius, life is fine. We trying to adjust since I came back. I'm trying to adjust to life.
With all of these abilities, these studies, and everything else, what are you doing in the country now?
Julius, I can see I'm just around trying to contribute to development. I'm not working anywhere, but like you.
When you came back?
I came in November. I was here, but I went back to South Africa. I was in South Africa at School Laboratory. I was there for a training gig, gas chromatography. So, we had this program from the OPC debut, 20 analytical chemists from around Africa. I was also part of that seminar. So I was there. That was also like real first time participating in that course. So I was also, but I'm around trying to make my way to see how I can be able to contribute to in my own way to the health sector or to the laboratory sector in Ox sector.
Okay, good. We had a lady here before when this whole brown tap thing started. We also had to bring in a male. That one was a doctor. In this case, you are a scientific person dealing with laboratory matters and all of that. These different things for sexual enhancement and all of that a whole lot of people are getting hooked on. Let's hear your initial take on them.
When I came back to Liberia, I've been, like you asked me, I was one of the places I was able to provide some of my expertise was at the full authority of Liberia, and I was able to, I know some of the terrain in the LMHRA. There's a lot of professional people who work in this place. So when it comes to sexual enhancement, like I don't know, I want to go in there, but our market is kind of open. We have a lot of quality issues. Quite the part of it, like you said, you invited the medical doctor, they will discuss the health issue. For me, I'm more concerned about the quantity dosage of the chemicals they are using in these drinks. So if you want me to dive through, I can be able to talk about the brand tab and discuss some of the issues surrounding it. Maybe you want me to talk about that. So yeah. So from previous research that I have made, the brand tab is it come from the name Masasaji. That's the name on the brand tab. I haven't taken some before, but there are a couple of guys I've interviewed around as a researcher or spoke with them. And it's all, like you said, it's a sexual enhancement, drinks that people normally drink. So one of the things that I observe is that every drink, whether it be food or pharmaceutical product, should have something called the API. That is the active pharmaceutical ingredient. So the API, it should have certain kind of chemical. The concentration should be on the label. So with the brand tab case, it has something called the focus or carica. That's another active ingredient they listed, and then also have deuterium, senegalese, something like that. So from the research I made, the percentage indicator on each of the active pharmaceutical API, the focal carica have 1%. And then they didn't indicate
what is focal carica.
Focal carica is a active pharmaceutical ingredient. It's the ingredient they use to make.
No, I mean what is it? Is it you can say okay, it is this kind of herb or this kind of?
It's a herb. It's a herb. I tried making research on it, but it's a herb around the African setting. They normally use it in most of these sectors. Like for example, I saw cocoa samba. I think some people around know cocoa samba. I'm going to talk about that. There are a lot of opening up of this. So I'm going to talk about that. But they indicate the percentage. They say it's 1% in each of the jar, each of these bottles. With the Senegalese is origins from Senegal. It's a herb. It's a API from Senegal. They didn't indicate any percentage. That is a parent, right? Another parent that I observe is that when I check the from the research that I made, the two API, the carica is currently in preclinical trial. It have never been tested on human, only animal. Then the Senegalese also in preclinical trial, never tested on human. So that is also a parent. Now, another parent, for me, I'm having to quality insurance, like you read about me, and these are things I will be concerned with before I can come to the other health issue, because these are things that also bring the dosage are also my concern. So another thing, when you check on the bottle, you read on the bottle, they say this particular drink was certified by NAFDA, the Nigeria Food and Drugs Authority. Mm-hmm. If you go on NAFDA website now, you're going to see that if you put the registration number of this particular drink, the whole page is going to come blank. That is also a problem also. You see that? So another thing is that this drink, I don't know, but from Saturday, I think you saw my post on Facebook, up to now I have been trying to reach out to the professional people at the LMHR, which I know. They are my big brother. Some of them I know them. And I've tried my best to see how I can be able to reach out them, to see what these particular herbs is a register of pharmaceutical product on the Liberian market, because it's also a problem, and there's nothing to prove. I can't see any document to that. I can't see any document that this particular herb it have been approved, have been tested in a laboratory in Liberia and approved by LMHRA, because this is a drugs, this is a pharmaceutical issue. So that's the starting point. So on the other hand, Julius, I see that most of the young people who take who drink this particular product, they don't have a sexual issue. They haven't faced any sexual problem, and that alone also is another problem. If you drinking an herbs, those kind of herbs approved, once it's approved by the referral authority, it will be in pharmacy. You're going to see in pharmacy. You're going to see people taking them into pharmacy. But now, if you see the drinks is normally sold on in alcoholic beverage and club, you're going to see them playing, which is also against some quality principles, because you cannot sell those kind of pharmaceutical product in an alcoholic store. It should be in a hospital. If it were approved now by LMHR, it should be in a hospital.
But has it not been approved by LMHR?
No, it have not been approved. That is also, but you can call the people at LMHR, they will tell you it have never been approved, and we're trying to see how best we can be able to help. We know there are a lot of professional guys. I don't want to be like they want to be so perfect, but there's an issue with this problem. We're just looking at Brandtap. Brandtap is just one of the cases, but we got a lot of issue on the market, food quality issue, how these issue the drinks and food coming to the country. We need to be continuously, because now we have the full authority. At one point in time, I tried texting, if you can remember, when the issue of the arrest issue came, when the guy stopped the Aspire arrest, and I said to you, Jesus, you have to reach to the full authority of Liberia. They responsible for this, and so that's their principal responsibility to check this food. And then MHRA responsibility, the Branta is directly to them, because it's actually pharmaceutical issue, and I know they're gonna do something about it.
The Branta, is it medicine? Is it juice? Is it what?
It's a medicine. It's a medicinal herb. It's a herb, so it becomes a medicine, right? But before you can be able to put something in the market, it should go through a lot of processes, a lot of scientific processes. Like I said to you, the two API that contain that the label on it, I mean, it stay in preclinical trial around the world. So the first place for me, I'm not even saying the question is the first place they lie. They actually didn't say the right thing is that if you go on Lambda website, you're gonna see that they said this particular drink was certified and cleared by the Nigeria Food and Drugs Administration Authority. And if you go on that website, you're not going to see any information. In fact, they actually lying about that. It's actually not true. So this is a credibility issue, and this is a scientific issue, and this is a health issue. And when we see that our people are getting sick every day, you go to hospital, a lot of people coming down with kidney issue, we got heart problem. These kind of things are in the market is a problem for us. Another point.
Let me just pause you there. Let's see if we can listen to the Justice Minister here at the
connection of the from departing Liberia, the robbers in the national airport, and subsequently taken to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. Following investigative procedures, a review of the evidence presented by the Joint National Security Investigative Team, she has been charged with the following offenses. Under the Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, violation of Section 14.83, unlicensed importation of a controlled drug or substance. Violation of Section 14.85, unlicensed sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution.
We seem to
be illicit trafficking of a controlled drug or substance. Under Chapter 10 of the Penal Law of Liberia, violation of Section 10.2, criminal solicitation. Violation of Section 10.3, criminal facilitation. And violation of Section 10.4, criminal conspiracy. Under the Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Law, violation of Section 15.2, money laundering. The government further announces
of the Avency, a Croatian national.
Sorry, we lost track of that feed. Sorry, we lost track of that feed. It went off. So let's see which one is still live. Yeah. So you listen to some of the charges coming in on the former vice president. Those are some of the charges.
The government further announces that the following alleged members and organizers of the Avency, a Croatian national. 2. Mehovil Vorvik, a Croatian national. And 3. Tara Zeriko, a Ukrainian national. We have the pictures here for your information. We'll be circulating them to the press. The Ministry of Justice will pursue all lawful domestic and international measures necessary to locate, apprehend, and bring these defendants before the courts of the Republic of Liberia. Meanwhile, former Deputy Director of the National Security Agency for Administration, Mr. Gerald Smith, has been called in for questioning in connection with the same investigation. These actions represent a decisive stage in the government's determination to expose is not an ordinary criminal enterprise. It is a direct attack upon our national security, public institutions, economy, and the future of Liberia's young people. Any organization that attempts to corrupt public officials, penetrate state institutions, or transform Liberia into a transit corridor for illicit narcotics will face the full and lawful authority of the Republic. Our objective is not merely to seize narcotics or arrest low-level operatives. Our objective is to dismantle the entire criminal infrastructure, its leadership, financing, logistics, protection arrangements, and international connections. We will follow the evidence across institutional, political boundaries, and national borders. There will be no selective justice, political protection, sacred cows, or compromise with organized criminality. Every person against whom credible and visible evidence is established will be investigated and prosecuted with all fear of political consideration. The government, nevertheless, emphasizes all defendants remain presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty before a court of competent jurisdiction. They are entitled to legal representation, due process, and all constitutional and statutory protections guaranteed under Liberian law. This remains an active and sensitive investigation involving multiple individuals and jurisdictions. The government will therefore not disclose information endanger cooperating persons or prejudice judicial proceedings. We urge the public, political actors, and media institutions to avoid speculation, intimidation of witnesses, and the publication of unverified information capable of interfering with the investigation or undermining the administration of justice. Let there be no misunderstanding. Liberia will not sever its financial institutional support, pursue its members wherever they may be found, and bring every culpable actor before the law. Further information will be released when legally and operationally appropriate. I thank you.
Okay, so well, we all listened there. You heard it for yourselves. We come back to you. So what is the danger of these things?
So I was speaking. I didn't even come to another aspect. Then I will go to the danger.
Okay.
Another aspect is that I observe most of the young people who consume this particular drink. This drink, it's not only Branta, because a lot of drinks.
Yeah,
right?
Lape,
Lape, all of them. They are all normal people. They are all people who they are not suffering from erection, they don't have sexual issue.
They just want to go beyond.
Yeah, they just want to go beyond. So these kind of people, at the end of the day, it also have a long-term effect. They may suffer from weak erection in the future. They may suffer from kidney, heart problem. But another issue, so in a clear picture is that once you are normal, you are not to take a sexual enhancement drink. You're not supposed to take anything like that have to do because you're normal. Why would you go take something that will make you to erect? So another point is that there are people also that are facing problem with their facing sexual issue like weak erection, premature ejaculation. So these are people, the kind of people you can visit the hospital. That's the best advice I give people. You can visit the hospital, doctor will advise you, they're going to counsel you, they're going to tell you what kinds of pills or what kinds of medication you can take. But the risky thing is when you have a generation of people, the young people taking certain kind of trend, certain kind of, they want to, and like I normally say to people, the issue of kidney kidney issue is not a joke. Dialysis, you spend like $100 now for just one dialysis. So you know how much that you're gonna spend if you're going for like 10 times, maybe a month, or probably maybe you want to go one time a month. So if you calculate all the months, you're gonna pay too much. And the kind of economy, the kind of country that we have, we are struggling with the kind of health issue. So that's the long-term health effect. These are the long-term health effect. So I mean, with the drink, for me, I see it to be a problem. I see it to be a lot of issue with the Liberian government need to do something about it. It's not only brand up. You got like I was checking. I mean, out of curiosity, I was just checking on NAFDA website in Nigeria because since you say you register the drinks in Nigeria before bringing it, okay, let me check on the website. On the people website to see whether you register. They're not registered. In the press or checking again, then I saw another case again for the pop or another drink pop again.
Mm-hmm.
That it was recalled in Ghana. And I advise that even the authority should even work along with the people in the sub-region. It's another form of, because the drinks that they sell in this country, it also can also be sold in Liberia. So
so
Vode was recalled.
Vode too has problem?
Yeah, it was recalled in certain part of the Volta region in Ghana. Recall because I mean you can get it have sexual stimulator or ingredient in it. So you can get sexual enhancement or API ingredient in certain kind of drink, and then you have alcohol in it. It's also a problem. That is also it can cause a lot of health issues like kidney issue. It can cause heart issue, heart failure. A lot of issues are going to cause. So now the authority in Ghana have recalled like close to about 1,000 batch. You go on NAMDA website, you're going to see just both for it or just look at their press releases. You're going to see all the drinks. Another one I saw was with the Coco Samba. The people falsifying. People are falsifying.
What is Coco Samba? I don't drink all of these things, so I really don't.
Unless
I hear people talking about it.
It's another sexual enhancement drink people take.
Oh.
So people are falsifying. It's a German drink. It produced in Germany, but it's actually produced in Germany, certified, approved. Now when they bring it in Africa, people falsify. They try to duplicate a lot, and they notice that, and they send out really to say, okay, you have to be careful when you're buying it. They got another the falsified one that are more. So it not only have to do with sexual enhancement drink, even the soft drink we drink in the market have an issue. The alcohol that people take, I don't drink alcohol, but I know it have issue because I know it come with a lot of quality issues. If they say, for example, they got 10%, it should be someone at 20%, someone at 30%. What kinds of the kind of ingredients they are using, they are not actually being sincere with us to tell us what kinds of ingredients. So I think we need a kind of reform, a kind of lot of overhaul, but the government need to do more.
In terms of this sexual enhancement stuff, like brown tap and lape and all these things, what is your advice to especially young people or people without sexual issues using them? What is your direct advice to them? What should they do? So
my direct advice to them is they should immediately stop. I mean, it's not going to do good for you to say, okay, I mean, I'm having sex with a girl. She doesn't want to say, she's saying I'm not satisfying. If you know it, I mean, you don't have to satisfy anyone at the risk of your health. Your health is, because tomorrow you may be someone you're going to be even medical doctor tomorrow. Because I've seen people up to 17 years old saying to me, boy, I don't get rid of our brand table, So my advice to them should immediately stop is at their own risk. Because with the issue of this issue, the brand tab now, we got a lot of, opening, a lot of issues that are opening. I think I've just stated most of the caution mark. We got a lot of caution mark to the claim they say they have in and most of them are not actually not true, because we've been making research on it to see how we can be able to advise the public on what to do. So our advise young people to stop it. It's not good. Their health is actually important. I mean, our health system is already, government is trying to do well. Government after government, the health system has always been an issue. We don't have everything here, so we have to take care of ourselves as young people, because no matter what you do, the country needs you. With the generation, we can't get rid of the generation because liberal, or else we're not going to get liberal. So we need the young people, and part of the people who are doing this are all young people. Yeah, so that's my advice to the young people.
And what about the authorities?
So, Julius, I think this is one of the important questions that you all asked me, because as an analytical chemist, someone who is into laboratory, quality management, I know that quality issue is a problem. Preventive medicine or is an issue. So government need to improve a lot of quality insurance laboratory, right? I know that there are a lot of professional people, Jesus, that are in Liberia, that I know that work in these places. And not because I come, I don't have anything, but I know there are a lot of professional people who went abroad to study. They came back. Some of them take biotech, some of them take something in chemistry. They are actually good. So we need government to straighten a laboratory around, to enforce some of these. We need inspectors. We need, because I mean, when I came, I heard that they have something. They have a full authority. They have a LMHRA. In America, they have the full trust and administration, and this is actually their responsibility to tax products that enter in the country and also products that are leaving the country. It's actually important, because now you can say, for example, you go into agriculture, you want to export agriculture product, for example, outside the country, and you can get a laboratory to be able to help you to test the product. We need to have a quality insurance laboratory that will have a system. Will be sure of the product, the foods that we have on the market. Will be sure of the drinks that we have on the market, the pharmaceutical product that we have on the market, so that our people can keep getting sick. All of them, they don't know what happened to them. Maybe they say, "Oh, I mean, I don't know what happened to me." But you taking something, maybe you drink some kind of drink, you keep drinking some kind of energy drink somewhere from year to year, and at the end of the day, it causes some kinds of kidney issue, and we're gonna, and you don't have the medication, we don't have the system. The government, like I said, is trying, but we don't have the sophistication. They have to probably if you solve a kidney issue, they will have to take you out of the country, and then before they can be able to solve that problem. So that's my advice to government. Government need to straighten a laboratory around, so that we can be able to solve this problem.
Okay, let's take some calls. We have with us Mohammed Kone, a practicing chemist. Welcome. 777-700-995-555-995-995. The numbers to call, and you are certainly going to be through to the OK conversation. Well, the other details of whatever you heard, no, we're not talking those other ones now. Let's talk about sexual enhancement product stuff. Tomorrow morning, Clarence will be here to drive you through. I'll be here in the afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
So, Julius.
Yeah.
But the line is Daniel City, and I below you from Johnson Street this afternoon. I think that particular stuff the man talking about is so good that he came to talk about it. People been talking about it, and I will try it, but I think it has serious different reactions when it comes to individual. So I will try it one time. Bro, the thing climb on my chest. Julius, I have to.
Which one? Brown tap? Brown tap?
Brown tap. People don't been talking. I thought that something that we free your back. In fact, I didn't even know that it was actually meant for that sexual. But then I go try it. The thing climb on my chest. Look, I have to drink red oil, almost a bottle of red oil. That's not before. Yes. So it's a bad thing actually. I can encourage no young person to get involved in those kind of stuff.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Let's go over. Let's go to. I think this call is coming in from Morocco. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm in Liberia now, but I'm still using my WhatsApp number. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm calling from Johnson View, Benano, yeah.
Okay.
And thank you, Mohammed, for the exposé. Julius, Mohammed talked about from this contact substance, and he's right. Julius, any standard product, every standard product has, there is something in food science, or what we call project management, called traceability. In French we call it traceability. In English we call it traceability. Now, whenever a standard product is placed in the market, you have a whole system that you go and track that very product, where it was produced, the ingredient that it entails, everything is formed within that whole information system. There's something in food science we call information system. When you trace these food products, you get other informations. But the fact that we cannot trace trace any information or any better information concerning brown tar, then there's an issue. Mohammed stressed a point about our port of entry. Things, food products come to country. We do not have science laboratory to this very port of entry to do testing on these products. As a result, these products don't meet standard by policy. That every country, including Liberia, must have a food policy. Even in terms of local production, when we are doing local production, we must have a policy that will guard those products. What percentage of acid, what percentage of sugar or glucose should be inside in food? All of these things are lacking. And any kind of product will just come from outside, get into our country, and at the end of the day, our people start to experience serious health issues in country. And the government has to stand up very, very, very strongly to show that all of these things are being brought under control. Thank you, Julius.
Thanks so kindly as well for your call. Let's go to, I think this is Talk here. Welcome, let's hear you.
Good evening, Julius.
Yes.
How are you doing, Chief?
I'm fine, go ahead, let's hear you.
Julius Mohammed F. Gosson Timaka, and I join you from Busa this evening. And I'd like to say...
from where?
Evening to, from Busa. Busa is in Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd like to say present good evening to Virtual Mohammed of the smartest librarian that I've known. Say this. Mohammed, he needs to be given the power for the fact that he has continued to provide direction for those things that are happening when it comes to sexual enhancement drugs. But here's my question to you, Mohammed, if you have what to say, but here's my question to you. What is the negative effect of those guys that are also in the habit of using tissue when it comes to sexual enhancement? And Julius, let me emphasize more on this. Mohammed Kone is one of those few librarians that see the need to help their junior brothers whenever they are in need of opportunity to leave the country. He has been there to tremendously well for our brothers, to apply for them, making sure that progress are. So I think for the father, it's going to break you. I want to take it down to appreciate and say thank you for all you have been doing for the country since you got back to the country. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks so kindly for your call as well. Welcome, let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, Moses Kwari. Yeah, Kwari Mongwala. You know, I appreciate the studio girl. Once I try to plant my name, I always hear me.
Yeah.
So I think the government need to do something about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, very. Thank you for the discussion.
Thanks for your experience as well. 777-700-995, 555-995, the numbers to call. Welcome, let's hear you. Okay, we lost you there. Let's take a few more calls, then we come back to him and wrap up. It has been quite a running day. Welcome, let's hear you. Woo. Hello, yes, go ahead, let's hear you.
My name is Francis from Bata.
Go ahead.
Yeah, concerning the Branta business, you know, there are so many ways Branta can treat you. You cannot take Branta and just drink it just like that. Some of us can make it after we and drink it, but when you drink it at the end, it can release your entire body. It can be free. It's not one, not two.
Yeah.
I've tried Sarah, and now because I take it to do sexual, sexual.
What you took it for?
I took it for peace.
What kind of pain? But so all the medicine.
My waist, I'm gonna get right on my waist was heavy up to now. I see my waist get
Who advised you to take the brown tab? That doctor?
No, people can always say that when you take it, they can release the body.
So you can just take anything? I said, so you can just take anything? Get it out without doctor advice? You went off. I want to know if, I have some few questions I wanted to ask, but that's okay. Let's see who said. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, my own name is Dr. Lee Esime, calling from Portrait.
Are you a doctor?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the studio gangs there, they brought up the right, coming our younger brother around here. Because right now they are using the brand tap for sex. And brand tap is not even good for sex. Yeah. So if you have normal strength for your own work, if you want to do anything, you go back. That's what you're back. Thank you.
Okay. Well, which of the hospitals are you working at? Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. My name is Adela M. Connor. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they brought down me. I tried 2 different times with it. The first time I do everything. Yeah. The kid I think he was in affair. Later, yeah. My whole station get weak.
Oh.
Yeah, I tell you, my whole system get weak. Later on again, you know the high in there. The tap, the brand tap. I get junior.
That's small tap.
Yeah, a small tap. I tell that one junior. I said, let me try small. Maybe high will be again. I tell the tap, I junior tap. Wow, they want the whole thing can do. The tap bar, honestly, now the ones who do. I perform once or perform, and I feel no in my system. But the those who can take everything, I try to let me see the 2 both way. Try a small start in a big style.
But wait, let me ask you. You get strength to do that work that you need Bronta to help you?
No, for a while. I can do that work, you know. So that's on the higher and no corner somewhere. Because they're all the town. I just want time to get run away.
Okay. Okay. Thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Julius, this is Emmanuel in the Council of Western Julius. Julius, it was interesting to know. Can you listen to one of the callers on the show telling you that he made Branta with Atawi and take it? No matter what young people these days, some of them coming down with stroke, some of them coming down with kidney problems. Atawi is already a very herbal drink. Like scientific problem. Even you add a getting season, it's better to hear about Atawi. Then you take Atawi and put Branta and make 2 herbal drinks. What kind of chemical lab is this? So I think we really need to do well in the country to educate people on what is eat or what is eating. Because people nowadays, they're eating anything, taking anything, making signal to increase in the country. So I want to tell you, thank you for the education and following your show. Thank you so kindly.
Thanks so kindly as well. I don't know why you... Welcome, let's hear you. Hello? You calling from where?
I call from the University of Lagos Center campus.
But why you calling on WhatsApp? You can call it direct number. But you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so firstly I want to applaud Mohammed Kone for the presentation about this and also raising a serious light on this entire Branta situation. So normally
like he mentioned, it is important to do surveillance on these things, like regular testing at port of entry in many places, because the idea of consuming these things is not only about consuming it, it's also about the quantity you are consuming. In most cases, if you look at all of the analyses that are in it, you cannot be able to quantify each of them. All of them are not quantified. The particular one that no one can trace is very, very key. So if you don't know the concentration of it, consuming it to a certain extent, how many volume you are consuming, it has a kind of effect. So like everyone has different kind of body physiology. So there are people that may take it in certain huge quantity and they may not have that kind of effect on them, but there are others, even you take a little quantity, you're going to ruin them throughout. So it is important that the government see the need to really do a testing of this product, look at all of the analysis and be able to provide good information to the public.
Okay, thanks so kindly for your call. This will be the second to last. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to thank the studio guesting for the information. I think it's actually good, but one thing I really want the government to do is the brown cow. It is not good for our young people, even adults. I'm one person who lived close to the DFA, and I saw the guys they brought to DFA. Well, the guys, according to the information we got, they said he took Blanca, the whole bottle. And the guy standing could not even lay standing. Nobody know what was the cost. And he was brought to JFK. Everything.
You said what? You said to do a standing?
I said there's a guy, even to JFK, they brought him to JFK.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the information, they said he took Blanca whole bottle.
I know. So I'm asking you, so what did happen to the thing? It was standing?
It was just standing. It could not get cool.
Amen.
To the extent they have to bring him to the hospital.
There's a medical word for it. I think it's priapism, something like that. Yeah. It's priapism.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is embarrassing. It is not good for our society. I think the government should put stop to all of these things. And another thing, the brand town we notice, they have fake ones in the market. People just going about fixing it. It's not purified. And so, who are those are doing this? Just faking it. It is not good. It gives a lot of sickness to our country. Actually, I think the government needs to actually ban this brand town.
Okay.
So it is not good.
Thanks so kindly. We come back to our guests now. We can continue taking the calls the next 3-4 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me the time to make my contribution to this topic. Before I can be able to give my parting statement, I want to also appreciate, you remember when I was in search for master program to go to graduate program, I remember, maybe probably you may have saw that kind of conversation between you and myself. I must appreciate you. I remember several times I applied for the Shifting Scholarship and you also were motivating me. So thank you so much for what you do, the work kind of work. It's not only journalism work you do, you also motivating people out there that are also inspiring to go to school. So the caller from Turkey, I think he made mention of, I'm also in that process of also helping people. I was able to help close about 20 students now in Turkey here on the YTB scholarship.
That's good.
Yeah, because I was like the longest stay student in Turkey. And so I don't know, I can't even grab a question you actually asked, but
no, it's not a question. I think he was being grateful. He was talking about you.
Oh yeah, because he one of the beneficiaries. So, but I want to go quickly to recommendation I can be able to make to government faster. But first of all, let me say in a simple thing to our Liberian people. I think I hear everything everyone's saying here, and somebody may be in a corner, by the radio, they hearing somebody, they know they can do it. We have to stop it. You can't keep doing things at your own race. Messing stuff. The other guys say he mess at a way how they call it with the brand tap. That is also an issue. We have to stop it. You don't know the chemical. How are you going to take something that is still in preclinical trial that they use on animal? They didn't use it on human being. Why are you going to take something like that? It's also that's an issue. So we have to stop it. I think the government need to come in to immediately the referral authority who is responsible for this. I'm calling the LMHR. They have a very good professional boss, Dr. Bao. I'm calling on him to be able to recall this particular product from the market and immediately subject to scientific investigation. I believe that they can be able to do it, even if you can even take sample from here or even take it back to the sub-region, we can be able to do that. I'm willing to even provide my laboratory expertise so that we can be able to do this for Liberia, But on the overall, thank you, OKFM. Thank you for giving me the time to speak to the Liberian people. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so kindly, Mohammed Kone, for being here. We sincerely appreciate. My name is Julius J. Tomorrow will be another day. We'll be having with us Senator Jonathan Sobue to talk about the sports bill and some other issues of national concern. My name is Julius J. Thanks to Rejoice. Thanks to AB. We're out.